Every time you come around, you know I can't say no. Every time the sun goes down, I let you take control. I can feel the paradise before my world implodes. And tonight had something wonderful. My bad habits lead to late nights, sitting alone, conversations with a stranger I barely know, swearing this will be the last, but it probably won't. I got nothing left to lose or use or do. My bad habits lead to white eyes staring into space, and I know I lose control of the things that I say. Yeah, I was looking for a way out, now I can't escape. Nothing happens after two. It's true, it's true. My bad habits lead to you. My bad habits lead to you. My bad habits lead to you.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and he'll have to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Alrighty, here we go. It is Monday. Welcome to the KVJ show. Good to see everybody here today. Y'all survived the weekend.
Yeah, Monday.
We
Okay.
made it.
That's good.
Barely.
Yeah, I saw Mama was going hard with the younglings over the weekend.
I had such a great time.
Yeah. Looked like you were rushing a sorority.
I was.
Okay.
I was just, it felt like, the booty crew from 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Did I see a video of you catching a hot dog with your boobs? That was you, right?
No.
That wasn't you?
That was not me.
That looked like you.
She did look like me, but that was not me. That was a different, talented girl. So
Wow,
talented.
there's a Virginia doppelganger who does the same crazy stuff as she does.
Just 15 years younger.
This whole group was awesome. They were just, like when you just have a spirit animal connection with crazy people.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my gosh, you do that too?
Okay.
It was great.
You went hard. That's good.
There's a rumor that she's bringing that whole entire crew to my Halloween party. That's the rumor.
That's not a rumor. That's a fact.
Okay. Look out.
We're going to need more yard.
So who's going to be the hot dog tosser?
Well, I just found out that my next door neighbor, who I'm friends with and
Yeah.
Virginia's great friends with, they're throwing a party too. And
Okay.
we're both in the market of getting a new fence.
Yeah.
So we're thinking about just going ahead and knocking down the wall and connecting both parties.
Oh, that's fun.
We already
Yeah.
have to get a fence anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's just knock down that bee.
I
Right.
agree.
Tear down these walls.
Let's tear them down.
Make it look like one big party compound.
I think that wall's going down regardless. Just because
Yeah.
I talked to my neighbor yesterday. He goes, hey, homie, we got a lot of people coming to this thing.
Okay.
Well, the great thing about it is they've got a tiki in their backyard. So when you take down that fence, then now you have a tiki.
Well, they got a tiki. I have a 9.5-foot werewolf.
Okay, yeah. You
Oh,
bring those two
hell.
worlds together.
It's going to break loose.
Yeah, it's going to be kind of a crazy weekend coming up. I guess it is kind of the default Halloween weekend, even though Halloween is 7 days from now on a Monday. I'm not sure anybody's going to be raging next Monday night. They're probably going to do it up this weekend.
Yeah, this weekend is when all the parties will shake down. And then Monday, it's trick or treat.
Yeah.
You'll take the kids trick or
A
treating.
little more quiet.
Yeah.
I would count this as Halloween week then, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It is. It's Halloween week. This is what it is. Because, come this next Tuesday, people are like, okay.
Oh, I just watched a horror movie last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blow it out this week. So, yeah, recover, get yourself well hydrated for Friday. It's going to be crazy.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you thinking about today, Jay Bird?
Pure snack joy. The witch got me a gift because she was traveling. She got me one of my favorite things ever, the pecan log.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this is a controversial snack. Anytime I bring up the pecan log, which I have on KVJ TV, some people don't know what I'm talking about. How would you best describe this?
It's got like nougat in the middle and then nuts on the outside. And I believe it's all encased in a sugar coating.
It is so many sugar calories.
Oh
in
my
here.
gosh.
Okay, but I was looking on here. It's pretty long. How many inches do you think that's? About a 10-incher?
Oh, yeah, it's real nice.
About a 10-incher. How many calories would you say this pecan log is? Because she's pretty hefty.
I would say you're probably, if you ate that entire thing, I would say my guess would be 550 to 600.
It's 520.
Okay.
Not,
wow.
yeah. But I think the term log turns
Yeah.
people off.
Yeah.
Pecan
Could be
log.
gross.
I don't know. But thank you very much. I'm tickled pink. And where did you get it again?
Buc-ee's.
Ooh.
We went to Buc-ee's twice. So we went to Buc-ee's because it's just outside of St. Augustine where I was. There in Daytona is the Buc-ee's. So we went when we were coming up and then we went when we were coming back. And oh my gosh, that place is amazing.
Worth the hype?
Worth the hype. If you haven't had the brisket from Buc-ee's, you ain't living.
Really?
It is so good. I brought some back for Panda, and he was so happy. I spent like $60 at Buc-ee's. I don't know how that happened, but I got like treats for Rocco, treats for Mags. Came back with Buc-ee's boxer shorts. You know, Buc-ee's is very wholesome. They don't sell women's underwear.
Okay.
They only sell like boxers and pajamas and stuff like that. They don't do anything like women's underwear. So
They have a clothing store there?
they do.
Buc-ee's got clothing?
Buc-ee's has everything.
You can get brisket and a blouse?
Yes.
That's just it's an odd pairing.
It's large.
But they don't sell no women's underwear.
No, they're Christian. They're good people. That's a little too
Okay.
scandalous.
That's too scandalous.
We don't sell no panties.
But the men, they got the boxers for sale.
They got
All
the
right.
boxers
Okay.
for
Just making
guys.
sure.
Okay. Wow. All right, what you got on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, I am excited because this is the countdown to Halloween. I'm thinking about going and getting. Do you need any kind of tenting for your party?
Nah.
Like an outdoor tent?
I don't think
Nothing
so.
like that?
I'm sure as soon as the party starts, it'll start to rain. I'll hear Virginia. Should have brought you a tent.
Can't get that tent, dummy.
I don't think I need a tent, nor do I want one. But you know what? You do you. Fly on in and bring me a tent.
I was thinking about buying one because I definitely want to have one for Monday night for trick or treat. I like to set up a little tent in the yard with all kind of spooky delights so the kids can come up and get a juice box or get some candy or get a Halloween cookie.
Okay.
But the last party I had, my tent got destroyed. I think like a tornado hit it or something. I don't know what happened.
Or you were just
Yeah.
raging and you torqued in the back
That
of it.
tornado was named Virginia.
It's possible I jumped off the bounce house into the tent. That's always possible. So
Possible.
It's hard to upside down torque on a tent.
I'm going to be going to Lowe's because that's where I like to get my tent. And I know you love their Halloween stuff. I'll have Panda's truck if you want to come with me.
All right. I will say the Halloween supplies, they're starting to run low. They are at the stores.
Well-
It's crazy
Oh,
to
really?
see. Oh, yeah. The beginning of October, it is galore. Halloween galore. Now they are running out of stuff.
And sometimes this is when the stuff goes on sale too. Just know that. We might be able to go in there and get you a deal.
All right, before Halloween goes on sale?
Yeah, when
That's-
they start running, yeah, I'm telling you, every year when they start running low on stuff, the week of and the week after Halloween, are when you can find some good deals.
The week after, I'm going to, yeah, but if you're looking for a costume 2 days before Halloween, that's when they jack it up.
Yeah, no costumes. No, I'm talking about lawn decor.
Yeah, you should get that. In November, I would look for that.
Okay.
Well, you let me know if you want to go shopping.
All right.
I will let you know, Lo.
There you go. Let me see what I got on my mind today. Is I made a pledge to myself. I don't really have time the way my schedule is right now to work out like I had been, unfortunately, but I got to do something because you just can't neglect it. So I'm going to start today. I've committed myself. I'm like, man, somewhere in the course of the day, you can squeeze in 100 push-ups. So that is going to be my new oath to myself today, to knock out 5 sets of 20 push-ups somewhere, even if you got to go somewhere and hide behind a desk and knock out 20 push-ups, you can get it all done.
Technically, you still have that push-up bet with the KVJ show. A long time ago, you lost a bet. You still had some push-ups that.
Well, then I should pay those off.
Suits has that written down somewhere.
Okay.
How many more you have left? Where we're at any given time, me and Virginia are supposed to say, "All right, Kev, drop and give us 10."
You'd be doing me a favor.
He's supposed to do the 10.
Yeah, you'd be doing me a favor.
It's good for you to do that. I've been doing 100 squats a day for months and months and months, and I can feel a big difference in my butt.
Yeah, I saw a dude yesterday. He was playing Frisbee golf, and he bust down and did like 20 push-ups. I'm like, all right, Frisbee golf guy can knock out 20 push-ups.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of curls.
Okay.
Cheese curls.
It's a way to do it. So that is my new oath. So hit me up in a week, and somebody asked me to make sure I'm doing it. I got to be accountable. So I got to make sure I get that done.
If you did 100 push-ups a day and you hadn't, you're out of shape a little bit, when do you start seeing a difference in your body? For me, I know I couldn't do 100 a day, but if I did, when would I see a difference?
I think what it's going to be is you'll just be a little bit stronger. You might get a little bit tighter, but typically anything like that, I would always say 6 weeks before you really notice anything. And to me, it's just maintaining. I don't know that it's going to make a world of difference in my physique. I think it'll get maybe a little tighter, and it's just that underlying strength.
What sucks is 6 weeks it'll take you start to look in shape, and all it'll take is 1 cup of queso to kind of redo the whole thing.
It's kind of life, yeah. That's what really stinks about it, man. It just seems unfair.
It does.
Yeah. All right, coming up here in a couple of minutes, going to be tracking back our weekend a bit, including what did or did not happen to Jaybird this weekend. Let me see a couple things. Did he buy a 6-foot Michael Myers right off the display rack at Lowe's? Did he see a drunk man that was having his wolf howl for his dog? The dog was not drunk, just the man walking it. Did he go to a gravesite of somebody who was a victim in a cold case murder?
Ooh.
Did he cut open his foot on a vintage Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toy box? And did he reluctantly co-sign a loan for somebody? Only one of those things did not happen. Any thoughts on what it might have been, Virginia?
Honestly, Don, there's like 3 things that I haven't even put on that list. I can't even talk about from this weekend.
Dang, that's impressive. That's a good weekend.
I know he hurt his toe on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. That feels just right.
Yeah, we walked in together. I might have been limping.
I'm going to guess the co-signing the loan. That'll be my guess. Co-signing the loan. That's what I'm going to say. Okay, so what did not actually happen to Jaybird, you'll find out next.
From the WRMF Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Traffic Center. If you've been in an accident, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
While the price of gas stays high, the cost of taking a Brightline train is coming down, with fares now starting at $10 when you book at least 2 days before your ride. Dump the pump and book today at GoBrightline.com. Well, at the moment, no major incidents being reported on your roadways. 95 and the Turnpike up to speed for the most part throughout Broward and Palm Beach counties. Traffic service of Palm Beach Mitsubishi. I'm Suits, 979 WRMF.
Mitsubishi North America is offering $500 hurricane relief rebate, and Palm Beach Mitsubishi is offering an additional $1,000 on all new Mitsubishi vehicles. Palm Beach Mitsubishi, across from the Palm Beach Airport. PalmBeachMitsubishi.com.
Holiday hack? Get your shopping done early so you can enjoy the season stress-free. I just went to Kohl's and got $10 off because I spent over $50. An extra 20% off on top of that, plus 25% off matching jammies, sweaters for under $24, and 20% off Legos. More gifts and more savings? Yes, please. Select styles. Offers end October 30th. Lego coupons do not apply. So next week apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Dr. Trudy Fleer here with the 5G Home Recovery Podcast. Let's discuss a very real existential threat to internet speed. It's a big one. Ready? T-Mobile Home Internet. It lags. Ugh. Now, what is lag? Lag is a delay in data being transmitted across the internet. For example, you're hitting that hot drop, the parachute cuts out, you've got an unsuspecting bot in your sights, and lag! You were actually eliminated 10 seconds ago. Nobody deserves that. So stop letting T-Mobile Home Internet ruin everything and switch to Xfinity. Learn more at xfinity.com/TMoFax.
Get an amazing value on Xfinity Internet with unlimited data included. Switch for $55 a month for 12 months with no annual contract required and no equipment fees for 1 year. Go to Xfinity.com/TMOFax, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store to learn more. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Ends 11/20/22. Restrictions apply. New fast internet and XFi Complete customers only. XFi Gateway required. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After 12 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices.
When you enter a place of business, you're owed a legal duty that the place of business is safe for you to shop in. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you suffered an injury at a place of business, our duty is to protect you after that harm. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Life is all about convenience, at least for my life. It's Randy West. I'm talking about what I need when I need it so I can get dinner started and get it done on time. So when life gets in the way, I get my groceries from Publix using delivery or curbside pickup. Powered by Instacart. Saves me time, makes my day way more convenient, and I know everything I order will arrive just in time on my time. Knock out some of your to-do list today. Order delivery or curbside pickup from Publix. Check out Publix.com/shop to get started. Item prices vary from item prices in physical store locations. Fees, tips, and taxes may apply. Subject to terms and availability.
Life without air conditioning is a horrifying hell. Let the elite team at Astel Air Conditioning cast out the demons that keep your AC from running at its peak. Banish yourself from the horrendous heat with Astel's $58 tune-up special. Escape the heat of Hades with Astel's 100 service trucks frighteningly close by. Right now, replace the rotting corpse of your old units with a new Tempstar air conditioner. Banish yourself from the horrendous heat with Astel's $59 tune-up special. They're absolutely chilling. And remember, Astel is one of the nation's top and scariest Tempstar dealers. Tempstar, the quality air you can feel. Save your soul and call now. 561-559-9725 or AstelAC.com.
Injured? Gordon & Partners, 333-3333.
Can I get the sales projections for the Springfield, Bristol, and Fairview stores?
Val's Froyo Palace is dishing out 3 more locations.
Jody, have you lined up interviews?
They need 3 new store managers before they have a meltdown.
And remember, they need at least 5 years experience.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
AmeriHealth Caritas Florida supports moms-to-be. We're a local Medicaid health plan, and we're on a mission to support the health of our members who are pregnant and their babies. Expecting a baby? We'll pair you with a health coach at no cost to you. Our healthcare benefits put you and your family first. With us, it's about you. Learn how to enroll at www.amerihealthcaritasfl.com/enroll or call a Medicaid Choice Counselor toll-free at 1-877-713-6662. Proudly serving Indian River, Martin, Miami-Dade, Monroe, Okeechobee, Palm Beach, and St. Lucie counties. AmeriHealth Caritas Florida is a managed care plan with a Florida Medicaid contract. The benefit information provided is a brief summary, not a complete description of benefits. For more information, contact the managed care plan. Limitations, co-payments, and/or restrictions may apply. Benefits, formulary, pharmacy network, premium, and/or co-payment/coinsurance may change.
Experience the Anajar and Levine difference. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
South Florida weather is 15 seconds away from the H. Gregg West Palm Beach Weather Center.
The real fun starts in October. Stop by hgregg.com on Military Trail and enjoy savings without the scare. Whatever your taste or budget is, they've got a huge inventory with a perfect match for you. hgregg.com. Save more, drive happy.
Your WPTV First Alert forecast calls for temperatures this morning in the upper 60s to low 70s. We could see a few isolated showers for the morning drive through about the lunch hour. Then we dry out this afternoon. Highs in the low to mid 80s today through the next 7 days. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katia Hall for 97.9 WRMF.
This report is sponsored by Blue Stream Fiber. HOA and condo board members, make your job easier and bring the fastest, most reliable fiber internet and TV service to your residential community with Blue Stream Fiber, because no one complains about great internet and TV. Visit bluestreamfiber.com/Volt today.
What's hot now on the KVJ show?
Well, if you feel like you need to get away, a little holiday, you could do it. We got trips to Sandals. Any Sandals resort, including round-trip airfare from American Airlines, begins today. What you want to do is you want to listen up for Harry Styles. Any song from Harry Styles, you'll tap the track inside the WRMF app, or you can go to our streaming site at WRMF.com. And the more times you tap tracks, the more entries you get, and the better your chance of winning. Listen up, Randy's going to be live today at the Sandals Royal Bahamian, broadcasting live, telling you all about what you could get. So download that free app right now, WRMF, in your app store.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Well, hopefully everybody had a fantastic weekend. What exactly happened with you? Virginia went crazy and partied with some girls that she just met. Took a little trip up there near St. Augustine.
Yeah, my hot neighbor introduced me to this whole gaggle of fun girls, and I feel like I'm back in the booty crew from 15 years ago.
Oh, boy, look out. Okay.
So fun.
All right, so you got the whole new one, huh?
Oh, it's great.
Just retired the old, brought in the new.
Well, Bird had asked me, he's like, hey, you need to work in some new girls. The old booty crew doesn't really show up anymore. I'm like, you're right.
Yeah.
Got him.
They were supposed to go to the Cajun Fest. Me and the Snack Pack worked on this whole Gas Jam number just for the booty crew.
Yeah.
And they never showed up. I'm waiting for them at the show. I'm like, where's the booty crew at? Tumbleweeds.
The booty crew got stage fright.
Oh, man.
Well, the booties ain't as good as they used to be.
The good thing is they let me know after the show. So
Okay.
at least I got some.
By the way, we didn't show up.
Yes. I got the notice.
Okay. Okay, so we got a whole bunch of things out of Jaybird over the weekend. Which one of these things actually did not, though? Did he buy a 6-foot-tall Michael Myers off the display rack at Lowe's and then immediately scare somebody walking out of the store with it? Did he see a drunk man walking his dog down his street who stopped to say, hey, man, my dog told me that he likes when your werewolf howls. Can you make your wolf howl for my dog? Okay. Did he go to a gravesite of somebody who was a victim in a cold case murder? Did he cut open his foot on a vintage Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toy box? Or did he reluctantly co-sign a loan for somebody? Virginia, your guess is?
I would say probably gravesite or loan.
Okay.
You're going loan?
I'm going to lean on loan on this.
All right, I'll go gravesite.
That's my thought. Bird, which one of these things actually did not happen?
The co-signing did not happen.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I figured that might not, because I don't know. I could see possibly you getting into a situation where somebody would guilt you into it, but I don't think you would then turn around and mention them on the radio.
I wouldn't. I'd keep it. You're right. That's a good point
Yeah.
right there. Yeah, the drunk guy. I was down on my street and I see this guy walking his dog, and something looked. I feel like he was drunk, and my suspicions were right. He walks up right to me and goes, "Hey, my dog told me he loves the way your wolf howls. Can you make it howl?" I'm like, okay. And I put the button on and it howled. And he looked at me and goes, yeah, all right. And then he just walked away with his dog.
Wow.
It wasn't about the dog.
Joe Ponton was right there with me. And he goes, what the hell just happened? I go, I don't know, man.
Sounds like you live on the right street, though.
Yeah.
Is that Weird Lane?
You are where you're supposed to be.
Weird Boulevard.
Yeah. You're in the right spot. How did you wind up scaring somebody with the 6-foot Michael Myers?
I was at Lowe's this weekend, and I was just seeing what they had, and I asked, hey, you guys have the Freddy Krueger? Guy goes, no, man, all we have is this Michael Myers right here, already displayed. He goes, I'll sell it to you for half off, and you can take it.
Yes, the floor display.
But all you have to do is just give me a review or a survey. I had to go on a computer and do all. But it was, so I brought it right off of the rack at Lowe's. I'm walking out, and I scare another employee that works at Lowe's. Ah! 'Cause we sell that? I go, yeah, you guys sure do.
You did. It's gone now.
Yeah.
Floor display deals are on point.
It's very funny that the Michael Myers, it's tall, but it's not tall enough. So it kind of looks like a shorter, fatter Michael Myers. It's not as scary.
Michael Oscar Myers?
It's a portly Myers for sure.
He got in them hot dogs.
He's not as fast as he used to be.
We can put him on a little box or a pedestal
Yeah,
We can lift him up. He's got to be tall.
He is. It's weird. He's tall, but he looks like he's just been eating cookies on the reg.
It does bring up, you don't see a lot of obese serial killers in horror movies.
I think serial killing is it's
burn a lot of calories.
Well,
you can't be a wimp.
They said the Golden State Killer back in the day. He was murdering for so long and he finally met up with somebody who overpowered him, and he was a little bit older when he got overpowered, and then he stopped killing for a long time, and people said he got too old. He was out of shape, not like he used to be. So I do think that does happen.
Okay, so you've got to be fit.
Yes.
To kill.
Did the guy that overpowered him get away?
No, I think he died. I think he ended up, but he
put up a good fight.
But the police could tell that the Golden State Killer did not get out of there unscathed, where his blood was there, and then it stopped after a while.
And he became the Golden Graham Killer.
He did, yes. The Golden Girls Killer.
That's right. He became a serial killer.
He was very old.
Of a different variety. Okay.
Yeah.
Juicy. And you went to a grave site?
Yeah, so I did go to the grave site. We do that. We do cold case files on the Weird Whatever podcast. I don't want to go into all of the details right now because the family's not 100% sure they want to do this. They're like 80% in, and half of them want to do it, half of them don't. So I met with them at a grave site to talk about what we want to do with it. So it's up in the air with that.
Yeah, I'm not here to critique your math, but if they're only half in, then that'd be 50-50, right? Not 80.
Yeah, well, sometimes I just speak.
You're right.
I'm not really good.
No, it really means
He
nothing.
is right.
It means nothing. We'll
I
move
mean,
on.
if there's one thing this show takes pride in, it's getting our math right.
I figured I'd, because I know somebody's texting in right now. You know that the math.
Well, I'm sure they're the same person that says, you spelled there wrong.
Yes. And how'd your foot? You cut it open on a toy box?
I mean, it's one of those weak-ass cuts, but it really kind of hurts.
Oh, yeah. It's odd that sometimes the smallest cuts hurt the most.
It is so odd that this little cut right here
around the side of your foot there.
has been causing me so much pain.
Look at that. How'd you do that? Were you barefoot and sandals or what?
I was making my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles diorama for the party this weekend.
Oh, okay.
And I was just, 2 o'clock in the morning, just really working hard.
Yeah?
Maybe a couple whiskeys deep.
I was going to say, that's impressive.
Caught my foot, caught my little pig on the corner of this very old, vintage, rusted Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toy chest.
Ooh. Oh, my goodness. How was that tetanus shot?
Yeah, I think it's why
you stepped on something rusty?
No, I smacked on something. Like I cut it on something rusty.
He's going to have lockjaw for the party.
It'll go well, and I'll look creepy.
Yeah, we're working on my party. What's up with this guy? All right, coming up here in a couple of minutes, let you know what was number one at the box office. How did the new rock movie Black Adam do? Did it over or underperform? Give you the numbers on that. And Suits also has been going through a whole bunch of old classic horror movies for the Halloween season. And he's going to break down the Gen Z review. Did it age well? And will the younger generation like this classic horror movie? Suits' review is next on the KVJ show.
I do the same thing I told you that I never would. I told you I changed, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay, need you to stay. I get drunk, wake up, I'm wasted still. I realize the time that I wasted here. I feel like you can't feel the way I feel. I'll be if you can't be right here. If you can't be right, yeah. I do the same thing I told you that I never would. I told you I changed, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay, need you to stay. I do the same thing I told you that I never would. I told you I changed, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay, need you to stay. When I'm away from you, I miss your touch. You're the reason I believe in love. For me to trust, and I'm afraid that I'm it up. Ain't no way that I can leave you stranded, cause you ain't never left me empty-handed. And you know that I can't live without you. So baby, stay. I'll be if you can't be right here. I do the same thing I told you that I never would. Told you I changed, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay, need you to stay. I do the same thing I told you that I never would. Told you I changed, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay, need you to stay. I need you to stay, need you to stay.
Rock's got to be a happy dude today. His new movie, Black Adam, did really well at the box office. $67 million it had in its opening weekend. I think I heard that that is his top grossing movie in the first opening weekend ever for a Rock movie. So he's just getting better.
Wow.
Yeah, that superhero stuff does well.
He's had some big stuff, though, for this to be better than everything. That's huge.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can expect you're probably going to see at least a trilogy of Black Adam movies now.
Is there anything bigger than him bringing home the gold, being the heavyweight champ of wrestling? Is there anything bigger?
Yeah.
Or, do you think the movies are bigger?
I think so.
Really?
Ask him.
He would still be in wrestling.
He
if
ain't
there wasn't.
wrestling.
I'm saying.
He's at peace.
He's a little downgrade in your career. Be like, you know what?
He's a champ, though. Yeah.
I think I want to make less money and be less famous.
Mm-hmm.
Champ.
That movie that has George Clooney and also Pretty Woman in there.
Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts, yeah, it did well, I guess. $16.3 million, which is, I guess okay for a rom-com. Tickets to Paradise, or Ticket to Paradise is the name of it.
They're saying that the rom-com is slowly dying and it's not as popular as it used to be, and soon it's going to be phased out. Do you think that's true?
I don't know. It might just be because they haven't really made a solid rom-com for a while. Do people still not enjoy those? My wife still loves them. If there's one that's good, I like them.
Yeah, I like a lot of rom-coms.
They got to be good.
They got to be good.
They got to be good. Here's the thing about that Ticket to Paradise. It don't look that good. And
you
the
don't think
trailer
so?
tells the whole story. Like, I know the entire movie. I don't have to go see
They
it.
do that a lot now with the trailers. They kind of reveal too much. It's like, let's save some for Christmas Day.
Yeah, I don't know. I like her. I like him. I just don't think that movie looks appetizing.
They kind of annoy me together. Yeah, it's like when Brad Pitt and Clooney get together. What's that word you always?
Schmarmy.
They're schmarmy. Roberts and Clooney are schmarmy together.
They are. They're in the schmarmy club.
It annoys schmarmy people annoy me.
Yeah.
I don't want them together. I want them with other people.
Huh. Okay.
I don't like it.
All right, Virginia doesn't like it.
I don't like it either, Kev.
Anybody see Ticket to Paradise? I'm curious what your review would be.
I can tell you what the whole damn movie's about.
She ain't lying.
It's in the trailer.
Halloween Ends came in fourth, $8 million. It got beat by Smile. So if you want a little bit of horror, they got a couple movies out there for you.
That Smile looks horrifying, but you said Halloween Ends was a turd.
Just the biggest on the planet. I can't believe people like that movie. Yeah, terrible.
Is it just better than nothing at all? Or
I would rather sit and watch paint dry doing a math test than to ever watch that movie again.
Damn.
That's how much I hated that movie.
Okay.
He's going in hard.
Yeah. Okay, so here's what we got. Suits is giving us his own little review here. Gen Z, the new eyes of an old film, a classic horror movie. He's been going through Friday the 13th and Halloween's. Which movie did you watch this weekend, Suits?
The Exorcist was up this weekend.
Ooh, that's old school.
Real old school. And I've heard that this movie is absolutely horrifying, so I was really excited to check this one out. And, I don't know if I'll say that it terrified me the whole time, but it keeps you just anxious while you're watching it almost from start to finish. It's a really good movie. Honestly, I can't believe that they were able to make that at certain points. It's so over the top and intense. I couldn't believe it was a 70s movie. The special effects for the 70s weren't too bad either.
Well, some of the stuff they didn't put in, they had to take out, and they when they re-released it, they put certain scenes back in there.
So Denny's and I were just talking about that, actually. I think I saw part of the re-release, because some of the scenes that he mentioned they took out, I saw in the one that I saw over the weekend.
Oh, so you saw the bad stuff.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there were some scenes where I just couldn't believe that they put that in the movie. I mean, there had to be backlash when this thing came out, right?
Yeah, there's I don't know if there was, because I wasn't alive yet, but because there's a religion involved, I'd imagine I'm sure there was.
I think it was very controversial.
I could see that.
Is there like a lot of Catholic stuff as a priest?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. I've never seen it. I've never seen it.
There's a part with a crucifix that's controversial.
Yes, I remember people being pissy about it in the Catholic Church.
Because she remembers because she's old.
I am. I'm old.
The girl who was in it, didn't she have a tough life after that
Linda
movie?
Blair?
Yeah. Were there issues that had happened with Linda Blair because of that movie? She really didn't do any other acting, right?
She did. She did some scary movies after.
Did she? Okay.
Yeah, she was one of those Queen of Screams kind
I thought
of.
I
she got
remembered
kinda
something going on
typecast.
with the life of Linda Blair.
She does another movie called Hell Night. Very creepy movie.
Never even heard
Hell
of that
Night?
one.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. There's next week.
Starting to lose the audience. I start bringing up Hell Night.
Damn, Linda Blair is 63 now.
Okay.
Damn.
So, Suits.
You age shaming her?
No, I'm just feeling old myself. It's not about her. It's about me.
Okay. So it sounds like you at least were intrigued by this. You're kind of blown away for a movie of the 70s that it was that intense. So.
Yeah, I really didn't expect it to be that intense. I kind of thought it was going to be a little lackluster, like when they said Jaws was scary originally, and then I went back and watched that. I'm like, this movie isn't scary. I kind of expected the same thing, but it did keep me, like, the entire time. I felt like I was a little uncomfortable and anxious watching it. So it's a good horror movie. I give the thing a solid 90.
Oh,
wow!
It is the tone and the feel and the vibe of that movie is creepy. Whether you get scared of scary movies or not, it's got a good atmosphere to it.
Mm-hmm. Keeps you on edge.
I was looking up Linda Blair. Apparently, when she was younger, she was peer pressured into buying cocaine at the age of 18, and it led to an arrest and a subsequent sentencing to 3 years of probation. And apparently, the publicized drug bust caused her to be blacklisted in Hollywood, and her career was soon reduced to B movies and occasional TV guest appearances only.
It's the same thing that happened to Drew Barrymore. Because when Drew Barrymore was a kid, she was in all those movies, and then she got caught with marijuana. And they
Hollywood? You're going to blacklist somebody for drugs?
Back in the day, they did.
What?
The reason why, because it was public and the press had turned on them. Now, if it was a major
That's
A-listing
insane.
actor, they probably wouldn't give a crap. But yeah,
I mean, now that would raise her career to all A-list movies.
Drew Barrymore had to make a comeback after all that because she was labeled a problem child.
Wow.
Linda Blair, too. I believe she was dating your boy, Sunglasses at Night.
Corey Hart?
Yes, when
Yeah,
he
the
was
hit song?
He was old and she was young.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I think his song was popular in 84. So probably
Maybe
around
it's
that
not,
era.
man, I'm not thinking of him. She dated someone young or old. She did, and it was a weird thing.
Okay. All right. So interesting stories. All right. So you would recommend it, Suits?
Absolutely. If you've never seen that movie, check it out. It's worth it.
Okay. There you go. So, Gen Z, you got several different classic horror movies to watch.
Rick Springfield, not Corey Hart.
Okay. All right.
Oh, Rick.
Yeah, he had.
I think Rick liked him young.
I think he did.
He had a few.
I remember you telling me about Rick was dating a 15-year-old.
I think it was Linda Blair. That's what I think I'm talking about.
Rick.
Okay.
What the hell?
Well, coming up here in just a couple of minutes, got some Think Fast for you we're going to get to. And Jaybird was telling me apparently there is a horror movie that is so crazy it's actually making people throw up.
Oh, my.
People, the KVJ Nationer that went, he said he threw up and 2 women walked out of the theater.
In the theater?
In the theater.
So this is a new movie.
That's what he told me, yeah.
It's doing this.
It's a sequel.
It's a sequel.
Terrifier 2, I think it's called.
Terrifier. Yeah, I think is it kind of not necessarily a B movie, but I think it was kind of a cult classic. The first one came out.
I believe so. I didn't know. I never had heard of it.
It was popular with horror genre people.
Well, I Googled it, and people are having a terrible reaction. People are getting sick watching it.
It's in the theater right now.
Yeah, it is.
Did he say what it was?
He said there's gory scenes in there that are tough to watch.
Wow.
Yeah, that it was just over the top.
Oh, there's a clown in it.
Yeah.
The bad guy's a clown. Oh, no. Screw him. I'm not going to this.
If you look at reviews, people are saying they're walking out of the theater, they're throwing up.
Oh, my gosh.
That's insane.
I've never even come close to getting sick from a movie.
That's what. And does that make people want to see it more or less?
I think there's there's a group of people that want to see it more, and then there's Virginians going, I'm not going.
There's no way I would watch that. I'd rather go to Jaybird's house and watch that paint dry.
Well, you're talking to somebody, you never know if they're, just pulling your leg. I'd be curious to know if anyone else has seen it. Was it as bad as this guy was telling me?
Yeah.
He's like, Bird, it's so intense.
Terrifier 2 is the name of it?
Yeah.
And it's actually in theaters right now?
That's what he said. And then I looked it up, and it seems to be in theaters. There's one playing in Gardens.
It says, hold your nerve and your stomach. It's a gore fest that some people pass out while watching. What?
People are passing out watching a movie?
I'm a pass on this.
Have you ever come close to that?
No,
vomiting
Not
or
from a
passing
movie.
out?
No. If it was, I either would walk out or I would turn it off and be like, all right, what the heck is going on here, man? There's no way I'd be doing that. That's crazy.
Yeah, so Terrifier 2, if you guys want to do a field trip together, let's go.
Okay. All right, well, if you like more of the real life terror stuff, I always love telling some stories about real life haunts that we have here in South Florida. South Florida may not seem real scary compared to if you came from up north in Massachusetts and New York, because it's fall, the leaves are changing. It's just got this eerie sense. You know, and in South Florida, it's sunny, and we got palm trees. And
It's sunny and 75, and it smells like suntan lotion.
what is scary about South Florida? I don't get it. But we've got our own ghost stories, some places you need to know about, including the story of the Riddle House I'll hit you up with coming up.
From the WRMF Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Traffic Center. If you've been in an accident, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
While the price of gas stays high, the cost of taking a Brightline train is coming down, with fares now starting at $10 when you book at least 2 days before your ride. Dump the pump and book today at GoBrightline.com. Well, at the moment, no major incidents being reported on your roadways, 95 and the Turnpike up to speed for the most part throughout Broward and Palm Beach counties. Traffic is service of Palm Beach Mitsubishi. I'm Suits, 979 WRMF.
To help with interest rate hikes, Palm Beach Mitsubishi is launching their year-end sales event. For a limited time, finance the all-new Mitsubishi Outlander for 1.9% APR for 36 months. Cha-ching! Palm Beach Mitsubishi, across from the Palm Beach Airport. PalmBeachMitsubishi.com.
I like to do it as early as possible.
For me, it's right after lunch.
After work, before dinner.
Oh, last time was my first time, so I just put it in the mail.
Whatever your favorite way to do it, just vote this year. Vote.org has everything you need to get it done. Visit vote.org today. Make sure you're registered and make your plan to vote early.
1 year, I voted in my pajamas.
Paid for by vote.org.
Some people pop on cat ears and call it a day. But your gorilla suit is so realistic, the local zookeepers are after you. Dunkin's keeping you fueled to fright this Halloween, so sip the bone-chillingly bold peanut butter cup macchiato, savored with a frightfully enchanting spider donut. Or sink your fangs into the Dunk-O-Lantern donut with a blood orange Dunkin' refresher. All so you can haunt even harder. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
When it comes to any kind of real estate transaction, you want somebody on your side that knows their stuff. You don't want a newbie, you want experience. And that is the team at Good Greek Realty. Spiro, our buddy, our friend, he has put together a network of all the top experienced agents that know their craft inside and out. So whether you're looking to buy or sell, you can do it with confidence with Spiro and the team at Good Greek Realty. And when you list your home with the Good Greek Realty team, they're going to give you all your packing and moving and boxing supplies for free, saving you hundreds, and we love saving. So if you're thinking about selling or buying, call the team that can help you do it right. GoodGreekRealty.com. That's GoodGreekRealty.com.
Wilton Simpson is a farmer who cares for family, friends, neighbors, and community. Because that's what farmers do. Now Wilton Simpson is running for Florida's Agriculture Commissioner. Because he cares, Wilton always stands up for those in need, like the CARES Center for seniors and the PACE Center for girls. That's why Wilton Simpson led the charge to reform our foster care system, so every child has a loving home and a bright future. Simpson led efforts to pass historic teacher pay raises, expand school choice, and secure billions of dollars for Everglades restoration. The causes are different. The reasons are the same. Wilton Simpson cares, because that's what farmers do. Wilton Simpson for Florida Commissioner of Agriculture.
Paid for by Wilton Simpson, Republican for Florida Commissioner of Agriculture.
I'm Brian Christensen, General Manager of 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating. Our team has served the Pompano Beach area for over 45 years, making us a trusted source for quality HVAC repairs, installations, and maintenance. Our always on time or you don't pay a dime guarantee gives customers the assurance that we'll show up when you expect us to. To learn more, visit onehourairpompano.com or call 855-1HOUR.
Experience the Anajar Levine difference. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
From the Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach studio, get up to an EPA estimated 50 miles per gallon at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach. This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach. Here's what's coming up on the Dirt of the Day. Dirt of the Day.
Well, they are saying that the divorce between Tom Brady and Gisele Bündchen is getting messier and messier. And I've got some evidence for you that Gisele is actually a witch. It's a perfect time of year to be a witch. But as she turned to evil witchery, she was always witchery for good for Tom. But now is she evil for Tom? I'll tell you coming up in your dirt.
Entertainment updates 5 minutes after every hour from the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Even though South Florida might not seem real spooky, we do have a couple of places that you would consider to be haunted. In fact, there's a lot of national shows that have done specials on some of those big haunts. And probably the most popular, if you're new to South Florida and don't know, it's called the Riddle House, a place you can actually go and see, though you can't go into the most haunted room because it's padlocked, because they believe the spirits there will actually scrape you and attack you.
I was trying to listen to the spirits the last time I was there, but I was too busy listening to Virginia get scolded by the older woman who worked there. She was having none of it.
What was Virginia doing?
She was trying to. There was a group of people, and Virginia was trying to make zingers towards me, and whispers over here. She's like, yeah, look at his shoes.
All I need is one person laughing.
She comes down and goes, "Be quiet. People are trying to listen." It was awesome. It was shut her down.
I remember the one thing both you and I noticed, they had a doll that was in there that was so creepy looking. You'd walk through and you could see the living room there at the Riddle House. I'm like, that alone looks like that's a little demon doll.
Yeah, I think they swap out some of the items at times.
Okay.
To kind of change it up a little bit. At least that's what I was told.
If you don't know the story of the Riddle House, you can go see it in Yesteryear Village, which is at the South Florida Fairgrounds. It was featured on the Travel Channel's Ghost Adventures in 2008. This house was built back in 1905, and it was a funeral parlor at Woodlawn Cemetery, the first cemetery in the city of West Palm Beach. And so alone, you've just got all these souls that are raising out of the graveyard and walking through, apparently, this former funeral parlor. The rumored entities include a Confederate soldier who was shot and killed in the pineapple processing plant. And at the Riddle House, an accused thief named Joseph hanged himself in the attic, while a boy named Andrew fell from a window to his death. So there's been at least 2 deaths in there, one outside, and then you've got all of the spirits from the funeral parlor apparently going through. And Joseph, the one who hanged himself in the attic, that is apparently the one that he's a very angry ghost, and he is the one that will attack people. People have gone in there and taken photos coming out with scratch marks on the back of their neck.
I've been trying to get a team in there so we could stay overnight, do some research, get some audio or video. It's very tough to get in there. Very tough.
Yeah, you got to be some national show or something.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure if that's going to be easy to do. I just know it's tougher to get in there.
Okay.
We've been trying.
All right. Well, it's there. If you want to go see it, you can actually walk through and check it out. But yeah, you cannot get into that room. If you get to the top and you see a door that's padlocked, that's the door to the attic.
I'd stay in there overnight by myself just to see what happens.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, man.
Is there any way you'd do that? Or would you be too horrified?
No, I just think I'd be uncomfortable.
He wants his sleep number bed.
You're right, I do. You give me a sleep number bed in there, a good fan, I'd maybe consider
So
it.
you wouldn't be scared then?
I would be a little freaked out because it's just a creepy house on top of it. And then kind of knowing those stories, I don't mess with any of that stuff. I wouldn't want to tempt fate. So it would, I know you love that stuff, man. Some people just love being scared. I don't like being scared.
I when we did the Lake Worth Playhouse, because that place is supposedly haunted, I stayed there by myself overnight, and that place, it seems like there's got some pretty good activity.
Yeah, like I said, even though, it's South Florida and it's sunny with palm trees, there are a few spooky places that if that's your thing, you like to check out real haunts, you can go and see. And the one would be the Riddle House. There is another one if you're further down south, the Biltmore Hotel in Coral Gables, built in 1926, and it is supposed to be very haunted. During World War II, it became a hospital for soldiers, and it was once the tallest building in Florida, and at one time had the biggest pool in the entire world. So it was...
It is a big-ass pool.
Uh-huh.
I've been there. I've stayed there. Panda hated it because it said it smelled like old people.
So pool ghosts?
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do what the Breakers does at the Biltmore. The Breakers has a filtration and aeration and like an air deodorant system that even though the Breakers is old AF, it will never smell old because they spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
The Biltmore doesn't do that.
Well,
their place smells old.
Yeah, the other thing the Breakers does, they have that $30 million CapEx budget every year that they use. They'll tear out carpets and redo walls.
Totally.
Because the sea air gets into those carpets and into the walls, so they're always redoing the walls and carpets so it doesn't have that funk.
And let's face it, the Breakers have classier ghosts there.
They do.
They're classier.
Top notch. Top notch. Yeah, the hotel has been seen in various movies and television shows. It was in an episode of Miami Vice. It was in the movie Bad Boys.
It's definitely spookier.
Yeah, and the story as to why it is haunted is all about a mobster named Fatty Walsh, who was killed in the hotel during a gambling dispute, and he apparently is still there. Guests have reported seeing a woman in white in the rooms, and it's believed she is the ghost of a woman who jumped out of the tower.
Unrelated?
At the Biltmore Hotel. Unrelated, yeah. And then there's also a dancing couple that is seen in the ballroom waltzing across the floor, and then they just suddenly vanish.
I wonder why old-timey ghosts seem to be more prevalent. You start talking about Confederate soldiers and ballroom dancing.
Yeah.
What are the modern day? Even the ghosts.
Can you imagine if you saw like an emo ghost?
Yeah, even the one that I got.
And they were wearing skinny jeans. I mean, is that intimidating?
The ones that I got at my place they're old timey looking.
Yeah.
I want to see one from like 2022.
It is fascinating. That seems like what a haunted area. And this is, the Biltmore was built in 1926, right in that era of spookiness.
You wonder too, are time periods just more likely to be haunting? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, did people from that certain time period never cross over?
I think part of what it is when you're talking about structures that are still standing, as old as you're going to get is something in the 20s. And so anything that is older is going to have stories and time, and people will add more to it because it just feels older and looks older. And so I think that's a big part of it. I mean, that thing was built almost 100 years ago.
Dang.
Plus, anytime you're talking Confederate soldiers and war and a lot of loss and death and mass amounts of death, maybe that amount of death can conjure up some more spirit. It makes it a little bit more ghostly.
Unrested.
Yes.
Yeah. There was one that I'd never heard of, and I read a lot of these off every single year. I'd never heard of Gilbert's Bar House of Refuge. I just saw this one yesterday. It is the oldest surviving building in Martin County, and it's on Hutchinson Island. It's designated as a haven, or was, for shipwrecked sailors. They built it in 1876, especially around the turn of the century, going into the early 1900s. There would be so many shipwrecks that would happen. If they had a big storm, they would have somebody that worked at the house, and they'd just walk up and down the beach looking for people that had wrecked in a ship, because they didn't have the same kind of weather forecast to say a storm was coming. So if you got caught up in a hurricane, and you're like, what the heck? How bad's this storm? It would destroy your ship, and then some would survive, some would not. And then they would always look for survivors on the shore after a hurricane.
Dang.
Crazy, right? I never even thought about that, but that's what it was. And so they built all these homes of refuge. There were about 10 different ones built up and down the coastline. And that was their sole purpose, is they would have somebody that resided in there, and they would have to walk the shore looking for bodies or survivors after a big storm.
And this structure still exists?
Still exists, yeah.
Ooh, I want to go there so bad. I mean, you just sold it hard.
Let's do it. Let's
I want to go.
At nighttime.
Yeah. They say the facility also served as a lookout for enemy submarines during World War II. So it's been around, it's been used for a while. And the really fascinating story about why it would be haunted, aside from just all the bodies washing ashore, a possible cult started at Gilbert's Bar House of Refuge. People lived there with a man that claimed to be some kind of messiah, and it turned out that he was a doctor named Cyrus Teed, later renaming himself Koresh. And the new name came from the religion of Koreshanity, and more than 250 people stayed at the location, while the apparent messiah passed away in 1908, and they just propped his body up.
Weird.
And just left it in the house. And finally, it started to decompose and things were falling off of it, so they went and put it in a mausoleum that I guess got wiped out in a powerful hurricane. And so they're saying that his spirit still walks and haunts Gilbert's Bar House of Refuge.
Bar house. Does that mean there's a bar in there? Because that's kind of cool. I want to go.
I think maybe that's what they used it for, possibly,
All right.
at some point.
If this thing is still kicking, I say we go get some drinks.
I also I don't know, the older I get, the more appealing leading a cult sounds. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just talking out loud.
I can see you doing
Yeah.
I could see you leading a cult.
Go out in the woods.
Yeah.
Getting just a compound somewhere.
Just aimless
You
people
kind
follow
of
the
already
bird.
do lead a cult. They're called the Snack Pack.
Yeah.
We're taking new members. We're growing.
They say witnesses have reported hearing phantom footsteps and seeing people appearing and quickly disappearing at Gilbert's Bar House of Refuge
Oh, yeah.
on
We
Hutchinson
gotta
Island.
check this out.
I'm in.
Guests have smelled the aroma of beef stew wafting out of the kitchen, which hasn't been open since the 1940s.
I love beef stew.
A beef stew ghost? Now, that is something I can
Yeah.
sink my teeth into.
So there you go. That's another haunt to add to the list of places to go and check out. They say that 19% of people say they've seen a ghost. And of the people that have seen a ghost, 29% said they knew the person. That to me would be terrifying.
Oh, if someone passes away and then they come back to you as a ghost,
Yeah.
that is next level.
I don't think, I go the opposite. I think a ghost from a loved one is comforting. A ghost from a stranger is way more scarier. You don't know what they're thinking. If my mom or Aunt Ann or Chewy visited me as a ghost, that would be awesome. You can't get, unless my mom came back as zombie mom, that would be horrifying.
What if she came back and then wanted to rock your world, like fight you and hurt you?
What a horrible question, first of all. But I want to answer it. I would struggle with this. I think I would have a tough time. And then I'd finally, I think, tap out on the whole ghost world.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I'm
she
done.
looks all sweet until she gets up to you. And,
And then she goes, "Rah," and turns into a demon face.
That would be horrifying.
She tries to eat your face.
I think that would be my fear is, if I saw like a ghost of my mom and she's approaching, all of a sudden, and I'm like, ugh.
I don't think you can trust them. Once they come back like that, you don't know what she's going to do.
Well, it could be another ghost trying to.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it could be wearing a mask of my mom.
She tricked you to think it was your mom, and it's really some kind of demon devil.
It wouldn't be your mom. It would be a trick.
Right.
Yeah. Your mom wouldn't come at you like that.
I would hope not.
Not unless you were drinking.
Yeah.
Your mom hates you when you drink.
That's a
Even
good
in the
point.
afterlife, yeah.
She would kick that ass.
Yeah, she would have. They say 40% of people have said the ghosts they've encountered have been good compared to just 7% who said they were evil ghosts.
A majority of the ghosts are good. In my experience, I think people are just uneasy about spirit and ghost form.
I don't know. That ghost that you were talking about that got Bigfoot, your friend, the ghost came in his bedroom and had loving moments with him, and he didn't like it.
Yeah, that's different than my house. But I will say I do have a smorgasbord of type of ghosts. But a lot of them are benign. But there are some weird ones out there.
Okay.
That like to do little tricks.
Well, if you want to see all the different stories and places in South Florida that are reported to be haunted, we do have a whole blog on that you can see on our website with every place that's on there by going to kvjshow.com.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, you know, Giselle is definitely trying to make Tom Brady think she is serious. if he quits football, will they get back together? Because that's the thing that keeps lingering in my head. He is still playing football, but not playing very well. I guess he had another bad game.
Yeah, they lost. They only had 3 points. He had a surefire touchdown pass to Mike Evans, one of his better receivers. It just dropped the ball. And it was just odd because this is a sure-handed receiver. The throw was so on point. And it started off the game, and after that, it was just a choke fest.
It makes no sense unless you factor in the fact that Tom has gone on the record and said Giselle is a witch.
Okay.
Now, back in the day, she used her powers to help him.
Okay.
He, in a press conference after the Patriots beat the Rams in the Super Bowl back in 2019, he said, look, my wife is a witch. We build little altars. She puts special stones, protection stones. She makes all these mantras, and she makes me wear these special necklaces. And she did all this stuff, and she's like, look, I'm going to do my work. Now you go out there and do your work. And she would tell him, this year is going to be your year, or this year's not going to be your year. And she knew.
Are you trying to say game recognizes game?
I'm just saying.
A witch recognizes which game?
This girl used her witchy powers to help him, but now that they are done and she's pissed, she's using her witchy powers to hurt him. There's going to be a lot of dropped balls.
I will say I have faced off with it, and I'm not talking about Virginia, a pissed off witch. It's weird what happened after.
Yeah.
It's weird what happened in my life after.
He said in the beginning he questioned her, and he was always like, whatever.
Yeah.
But then at some point he was like, she's right. She keeps predicting these things, and when she calls it, it happens. And he's like, I eventually learned to just shut up and listen and trust the witch.
Well, so far, comparing this year to last year, Tom Brady has 8 passing touchdowns through 7 games. Last season, he had 21 through the first 7, just to compare.
That's a witch at work.
Giselle is so happy.
She was seen leaving not only one of the top Florida divorce attorney's offices, but also a spiritual healer.
Okay.
She had this box of stuff. She had a special necklace on. Oh, that bitch put a spell on him.
And then she flew off on her broom.
Yeah, she landed Tiger Woods' divorce attorney, Tom Sasser.
Yeah, she's not playing.
Yeah, so is that they're like, she's bringing out the big guns.
Big ass guns.
Wow. All right.
Speaking of lawyers, did you see over the weekend Kanye West hired Johnny Depp's old lawyer, the one that we thought that was so cute, that Camille Vasquez?
Yeah.
I guess she is going to be helping Kanye navigate some business deals and contracts, and
good luck.
It's just been a hot mess with him just popping off and making everybody mad, and then everybody just bailing on him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe she can talk some sense into him.
I doubt it.
He'll fire her. As soon as she disagrees with him, he'll fire her.
Yeah. He's just, I don't know, man. He's got some odd projects. He's got this new thing called the ecosystem.
What?
The Yako-system?
Hold on.
The ecosystem? So this is the stuff he's hired her to do. Kanye West is planning to build a network of tiny cities called the ecosystem.
It sounds like a joke.
He wants each city to be able to sustain itself with its own branded homes, shops, schools, news outlets, and production houses. Each of his cities is also to include essentials like a beauty shop and a healthcare system. And it's expected to launch at the beginning of next year. So he's laying the groundwork for his ecosystem. But isn't that just a self-sustaining town? But apparently he wants everybody to think and act like him. You talk about somebody starting a cult.
He's very much
I think that's
into
what
that.
he's doing.
Well, he started a school, and all the kids, their uniform is just like what he wears.
So this is why he's hired her, is to work on all these projects. So can you just imagine when you sit down in a meeting, he's like, okay, here's the latest thing. We're going to do a ecosystem. You're like, what?
Wow, Kanye's building a cult.
Yeah.
And it's a cult of crazy.
It
but he's
is.
getting them when they're kids.
Yeah. Is he going to start doing that, rhyming everything with his name? He's going to come out with Kanye with the cheddar yees. His own version of cheddar cheese.
Yeah, probably.
Is that what he's gonna do?
Yeah.
Would you buy cheddar cheese?
I would love to hear his brainstorming sessions in his head. That'd be amazing.
I don't know. I think there's a lot going on in his head.
Yeah.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Okay. Happy birthday to Drake. He's turning 36 years old. Happy birthday to him. Kim Kardashian, we talked about her birthday on Friday, turning 42 years old over the weekend. She had gotten in her sister, is it Kendall or Kylie? I don't know which one of the two has their own private plane.
It's probably Kylie.
Yeah, and so she was flying to Vegas, but unfortunately the weather was bad. And so they had to turn around, and all they had were Jell-O shots, and they went to In-N-Out Burger. And so, she's just like all of us.
Eating Jell-O shots on the private jet. That's living,
Kevin,
baby.
As a 45-year-old man, she's so relatable.
So relatable, yeah, see? It's just like all of us. Just like all of us. Also, happy 10th birthday to my fun, intelligent, creative daughter, Orion Sky. That is from Mom, Dad, Bella, and Charlotte. Happy birthday to Jacob. Love you to the moon and back. Dad sent that in. Birthday shout out to Isla, turning 5. Much love from Mommy, Daddy, and Sister Riley. A photo of her there on a horse.
Oh, get it, Isla.
Also, happy amazing 11th birthday to Alani. That is from your big sissy Angel and Mommy. Love you so much. Also, birthday to my daughter Erin and her dad Michelle. This was after the show podcast. Photo was taken here. Mark had sent that in. Got Jaybird and Denny's there.
Oh yeah, I know them. They're from Okeechobee. That couple. They're very nice, very kind.
Okay.
They look fun.
They are.
Also, a happy 34th birthday to my daughter, Caitlin. Love you, the moon and beyond. That is from Mom Joan that sent that in. Got a photo as well.
Aw, cuties.
Got a birthday and you want a shout out? You send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com, mail@kvjshow.com. Coming up here on your Monday morning, y'all got to think fast. Get them cobwebs out. We're going to get your brains going next here on the KVJ Show.
I wake up to the sounds of the silence that allows for my mind to run around with my ear up to the ground. I'm searching to behold the stories that I told when my back is to the world that was smiling when I turned. Tell you you're the greatest, but once you turn they hate us. Oh, the misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Spare the sympathy. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Look out for yourself. My enemy. Look out for yourself. But I'm ready. Your words up on the wall as you're praying for my phone, and the laughter in the halls and the names that I've been called. I stack it in my mind and I'm waiting for the time when I show you what it's like to be worse fit in the mind. Tell you you're the greatest, but once you turn they hate us. Oh, the misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Spare the sympathy. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Look out for yourself. My enemy. Look out for yourself. They said pray away. I swear that I'll never be a saint. No way. A chair in the corner is my place. I stare, I shake, and I think about the powers it play. The powers it play. And the kids in the dark that were doomed from the start. The child in the basement, face to the pavement. Oh, what a statement. Love is embracement. Love is a constant. Love is the basis. He cannot be, she cannot be, they cannot be changed. But keep on praying. Goodbye. Oh, the misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Spare the sympathy. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Oh, the misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Spare the sympathy. Everybody wants to be my enemy. I swear I'll never be a saint. No way. My enemy. I swear I'll never be a saint. Look out for
got to get ready to think fast here, waking you up on a Monday morning. All right, you got to get the brain going here to come up with an answer to each of these topics. We got Virginia, Jaybird, and Denny's all ready to go. First one I got for you here. Something you get at a hardware store starting with the letter D.
Drums.
Drill.
What'd you say, Bird?
I said drums.
Drums.
It's just the first thing I know.
Yeah.
In
What'd you
case you
say,
want to
Denny's?
Drill.
We'll go drill.
Drill. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I wasn't sure if there's like a screwdriver. Hand me the drum.
Yeah.
The drum driver.
You do a barrel drum.
Denny's got the point. You can quit.
Can I go home?
No. Okay, next up. A fictional character whose name starts with the letter H.
Holden Caulfield. Isn't he from the Catcher in the Rye?
Yeah.
What?
Somebody was selling Catcher in the Rye over the weekend. I go, oh yeah, it's Holden Caulfield, right? Is the character from that
It's
novel.
been so long. Yeah,
That's a weird book.
That's something that you deal with, what, in junior high or ninth grade?
Yeah,
and
they
then
make
you
you read
never
it.
really ever hear about it
They
much.
do. That's an interesting book, though.
I always feel like it's attached to some kind of a murderer.
That's the theory behind it, yeah, that they catch
That's
people
right.
after killing
And
someone.
it's always
with
like a
that book.
paperback version they have in their back pocket.
Yeah, and they found a version of Catcher in the Rye.
Yeah. Okay, Denny's is up.
Look at you,
2-0.
Denny's. Killing it.
He's on it
Top
today.
of mind, that one.
He's on it. Okay, next up, it is a circus animal that starts with the letter T.
Tiger.
Oh.
Tiger!
Yes, tiger will work for
Go
Jacob.
Tigers.
That's right. Okay, next up, it is a fall object, something talking about the season that starts with the letter G.
Gourd.
Gorge!
Did you say gorge? Like a ditch?
Kevin's hair is gorge.
Yes, thank you. Okay. I'll take that anytime.
Gorge.
I don't.
You ass kisser.
I think I'm eliminated.
Virginia's got 2. Denny's has got 2. Jaybird, you have to get all of the last ones to win.
So there's a chance.
There is a chance.
Okay.
Okay, next up, it's an underwater mammal that starts with the letter W.
Whale!
What did you scream, Bird?
Whale.
We both screamed whale.
I whispered
Who was
whale.
first, do you think?
Just give it to me. Good God.
Bird? Give it to Bird. Okay, Bird has got 1 on the board now. All right, it's a bathroom activity that starts with the letter S.
Shower.
That'd be correct. Very nice. And
Gosh,
Virginia's
so
going to take the win.
Look at
Gosh,
Again.
she's so fast.
Spun you around like Giselle did to Tom, didn't I?
From gourd onward.
Yeah, she just, boom. She woke up and took it.
I like to let you start and win a few Denny's and then just wreck your world.
Yes.
That's kind of what I do.
She was on her phone earlier.
We don't keep stats on that, but you feel like you win every week.
Yeah.
She's good at games, man.
Yeah.
It's tough. She is good. She's a witch, y'all. She has powers. Denny saw her use her witch powers the other day. It's a real thing. She walked out of the room, and then we both go, holy crap, she just put a spell on me.
Yeah, we were doing something where we were having to change over email, and so we're entering in passwords, and Jaybird couldn't get his password to work, and she's like going, of course it doesn't work. And she's, taunting
Denny just put
Jaybird.
I know my password. I'm not
Yeah.
that big of an idiot. It would not work. Denny's tried it. It would
Yeah,
not
and
work.
it's not working. Everybody else is just flying through this stuff, and Jaybird is the only one that can't get it to work.
Our engineer couldn't get it. Our engineer couldn't get it to
Yeah.
work. She's talking a gang of crap and then flies out of the studio in her
Yeah.
broom. As soon as the door closes,
Yeah.
I type in the password and boom, it worked.
Yeah.
The same one.
I put a spell on you.
Yeah.
I know.
Because you're mine.
and I want out. I'm tapping out.
You got to pull that song for me, Denny.
I will.
I need that. That's my new entrance music.
Okay. Coming up here in a couple of minutes, do you have somebody that you need to call out for putting a curse on you? You can let us know. 877-979-WRMF, the good and the bad. We'll get to coming up next.
From the WRMF Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Traffic Center. If you've been in an accident, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
While the price of gas stays high, the cost of taking a Brightline train is coming down, with fares now starting at $10 when you book at least 2 days before your ride. Dump the pump and book today at GoBrightline.com. We have a crash tying you up on 95 southbound, this one just before the exit for St. Lucie West Boulevard. Look for one lane blocked in the area. Traffic, a service of Palm Beach Mitsubishi. I'm Suits 979 WRMF.
Mitsubishi North America is offering $500 hurricane relief rebate, and Palm Beach Mitsubishi is offering an additional $1,000 on all new Mitsubishi vehicles. Palm Beach Mitsubishi, across from the Palm Beach Airport. PalmBeachMitsubishi.com.
Your family can get a lot more done when you work together, like making dinner together, doing laundry together, and even saving together with the FPL Energy Manager. It uses real data from your smart meter to tell you where your energy is going, then gives you easy-to-follow tips that the whole family can help with, and save you more than $30 a month. So don't miss out. Check out your free FPL Energy Manager at fpl.com/take control and start saving together.
The surgical team at the Aquaplastic Surgery Center really does care. They listen to you and they understand that it is a big decision. They want to make sure you feel the best about picking the Aquaplastic Surgery Center. That's why they listen and they care and they're connected to their patients. If anything physically is holding you back from being happy, go see the team, aquaplasticsurgery.com. Dr. Rankin, Dr. Deb, Dr. Bauermeister, they all listen and care. Crystal, that does all the Botox and injections, everybody's on the same page. They want you to feel your best, look your best, and live your best. With offices in Jupiter, Fort Lauderdale, and Miami, there's one near you. Just connect at aquaplasticsurgery.com.
Student debt, climate, the justice system, voting rights. There's a lot going on. Sometimes it can feel overwhelming, but voting is the way to make your voice heard on the issues that matter in our community. Be a part of the conversation. Florida voters, Election Day is approaching, and Vote.org has everything you need to get ready. Visit Vote.org today to make sure you're registered and make a plan to vote early. Speak up for yourself. Speak up for your community. Vote. Paid for by Vote.org.
Relax and unwind during Spatober, the Palm Beaches Wellness Month, October 1st to 31st. From world-class spas and fitness classes to nutritious dining and poolside relaxation, the Palm Beaches promise total tranquility from Jupiter to Boca Raton. Indulge in spa treatments, outdoor pursuits, and wellness classes to recharge throughout October. Find special discounts and self-care deals at Spatober.com. Brought to you by the Palm Beaches in partnership with Baptist Health South Florida.
I finally hit my limit. I didn't want to deal with glasses or contact lenses again. And that's when I'd heard about Panu Lasers. I started looking into LASIK procedures because there are a ton of places in South Florida where you can get the procedure done. But I wanted to go to the best of the best. I was talking about my eyes, and I was worried that something would go bad and I'd lose my eyesight. Well, when you go to Panu Laser, you're dealing with the best of the best. State-of-the-art equipment and the expertise of Dr. Mutiella, who's performed over 50,000 LASIK procedures. You feel good when you're in the hands of somebody with that kind of expertise. And you're going to love everything else about Panu. The fact that it looks like a day spa. The places are beautiful. They also give you a great payment plan to make this work into your life. You don't need any money for 2 whole years. It's 0 down, 0 interest for up to 24 months. And they've got convenient locations all over South Florida. And when you call for your free consultation, make sure you mention my name and you get an additional $500 off. Kevin from the KVJ Show at PanuLaser.com. That's PANNU laser.com.
Are you looking for a fun activity for the kids this month? We have it. Ford presents Spookyville in Yesteryear Village. Spookyville is a safe event with live entertainment, costume contests, kiddie rides, food, games, and lots of trick-or-treating. Spookyville is fun for the whole family and ideal for kids 10 and under. Get the details at SpookyvilleYYV.com. That's SpookyvilleYYV.com.
Everything, our farm, our stand, our pop-up shop, it really all started when we discovered the benefits of local, raw honey for our family.
And then we decided to turn it into a business.
We were looking for something to help us get up and running.
So we got the Chase Business Complete Banking Account.
It's more than a bank account. It comes with Quick Accept, which lets us take card payments anytime, anywhere in the U.S. using the Chase mobile app. Plus, we get same-day deposits at no extra cost. For us, it's more than honey. It's about sharing a little sweetness with the world.
Get the Chase Business Complete Banking Account with the essentials you need to help get your business going. Learn more at chase.com/business-complete-banking. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Quick Accept is not available in U.S. territories. Enrollment required. Usage subject to approval. Same-day deposits available for payments before 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Sunday to Friday. Fees and rates apply for checking and processing. Limitations and restrictions apply. Participants compensated. Merchant services provided by Payment Tech LLC and WePay Inc., subsidiaries of J.P. Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC.
At MD Now, no appointment is ever necessary. You just walk in 365 days a year, and they are ready to treat and test and get you feeling better. Everything from flu to strep to the cold to the COVID to pneumonia and more. They can diagnose and treat you quickly. Affordable, comprehensive, and open 365 days a year with no appointment necessary. Go to mdnow.com.
South Florida weather is 15 seconds away from the H. Gregg West Palm Beach Weather Center.
The real fun starts in October. Stop by hgregg.com on Military Trail and enjoy savings without the scare. Whatever your taste or budget is, they've got a huge inventory with a perfect match for you. hgregg.com. Save more, drive happy.
Your WPTV First Alert forecast calls for temperatures this morning in the upper 60s to low 70s. We could see a few isolated showers for the morning drive through about the lunch hour. Then we dry out this afternoon. Highs in the low to mid 80s today through the next 7 days. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall for 97.9 WRMF.
This report is paid for by National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Any first responder will tell you, never try to beat a train. After braking, it could take a mile for a train to completely stop. So when you come to a rail crossing, stop, because trains can't. Paid for by NHTSA.
Experience the Anajar Levine difference. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
What's hot now on the KVJ Show?
You know, you can watch the KVJ Show. We are on KVJ TV. Just go to YouTube, look for the KVJ Show. So many flat screen TVs give you that ability. So when you wake up in the morning, you can just put on the KVJ Show and watch us in studio. You can also take us with you on the mobile YouTube app anywhere you go in the car. Some people actually listen to us that way. So if you ever hit static from the radio station, boom, just put on YouTube and you can catch the KVJ Show live and even on demand. Watch anytime you want the regular show and even our After the Show podcast, a bonus 30 minutes of content you're not going to get on the radio, but you get it on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe while you're there.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
If somebody's done you wrong, it's time for you to sing along and call them out, call them out, call them out. You gotta call them out, call them out, call them out. It's time to call them out.
All right, who do you need to call out here today? You can send us those emails, mail@kvjshow.com, mail@kvjshow.com. You can also text it in to us, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. Happy to call out somebody's bad or even good behavior. One says here, my sister borrowed a really expensive shirt of mine without asking. Then she went out, got hammered, and barfed all over it. Then instead of washing it off and bringing it home, she just threw it away.
Damn.
And now she's trying to tell me she don't have the money to pay for it.
Damn.
Yeah, guess what? My closet is now closed to you, sis.
You at least got to try to hand wash that thing and try to salvage it in some shape or form.
Yeah, that ain't cool.
You can't just barf and toss it.
No.
You're an animal.
You really are.
Get it together.
Get it together. What the heck, man?
That girl might have been with me this weekend, though.
Okay.
There was a lot of barfing in this group.
Oh, they barfed, huh?
Really? This is the crew that you're bringing over to my house for the party?
Yeah, dude. They're fun.
Cool. I'll make sure I keep them by the pool.
Sweet.
The barf crew. It goes from the booty crew to the barfy crew. Great.
How many girls and how many girls in total was in your crew, and then how many barfed?
I want to say there was probably like about 12 girls, 13 girls.
Uh-huh.
every single one of them was going for it, maybe with the exception of like 2.
Okay.
Out of the 12, how many do you think you got coming to my party?
I would say probably maybe 5 or 6.
All right, half a dozen. All right.
I think everybody was interested. A few girls had plans. One girl's going to be in Mexico, but I think I'm bringing the heavy hitters.
Can you tell Barfy Barbara she can stay home for this one?
Yeah,
the girls that were barfing were some of the most fun.
So how many girls out of the 12 barfed?
I would say about 3 or 4.
Those are high numbers for a group. That's high numbers.
Yeah, but there was a lot consumed.
So I'm saying, if I'm with 12 people and 4 of the 12 are throwing up, I assume they have food poisoning.
33%, yeah.
This is not food poisoning. This is, I put too much stuff in my body that counteracted with each other.
So 1 out of 3 are barfing. And
that's big numbers.
The ones coming to Jaybird's Halloween party on Saturday, are they all the barfers?
I think a couple of the barfers and then a lot of the non-barfers. Yeah.
Okay, so half and
it's
half.
It's going to be a mixed bag.
So we have 50% of the barfers coming. All
yeah.
right.
Okay, so you're expecting at least 2 barfers there.
I'll keep the hose handy.
Look, they're hot. You know, hot girls barfing. You got to put up with the little barf sometimes.
I gotta tell you, you're not doing the best job selling it.
The great equalizer for hotness is barfing, though.
I don't know if you are selling them the best.
I don't know if I've ever said, man, do you see how hot that girl is that's over there ralphing in that trash can?
We might want to rethink your strategy of selling them.
Nah, these girls are on point.
Okay.
All right.
That's Virginia's review.
What time do you want us there?
I think I'm canceling the party. No, okay. Like I said, gates open at 12 p.
Oh, that's right. You're starting in the day.
It starts at 12 p and it ends at 5 a.
That's impressive.
That is
That's
a
party.
long party.
That's a party.
Who will be the last one standing?
Last time it was me.
That's what I'm saying.
5 a.m. It was just me and Jaybird.
No, it doesn't have to be 5. We'll ride it. We ride her till she bucks us.
Okay.
Or barfs.
Yeah, boy. Oh, man.
Wouldn't it be funny if turns out you end up barfing?
Anything is possible at Sasquatch Recordings North.
You never know. All right, some other column outs here. It says, my waiter was hitting on my friend and didn't even notice that his beard was dipping into my wine. And then when I mention it, he gets defensive with me.
The waiter's beard went in your wine?
Yeah. Well, he's like hitting on her friend. He's got the tray. And it's like, I don't know how long the beard was or how close he had the wine up.
That would make me barf. If I was sober and I saw that, I would just barf.
His beard is soaking in your wine.
And then the bearded waiter got
Then he pulled dude on the friend. She's like, I got a new wine. He got no tip.
Yeah, it's time to go. We're going to take our check. And you can keep that wine.
Another column out says, I want to call out my 50-year-old neighbor. She tried to seduce my 18-year-old son at a neighborhood barbecue.
50 and 18?
50 and 18.
Ooh.
Yeah, some of them 50-year-olds still think they got it going on, Virginia.
I know. I'm one of them.
Yeah. She kept grinding on him right in front of me.
Look, I've seen this happen before. An older, drunk cougar, they don't know the rules.
Here's the messed up thing about becoming a cougar. A lot of times you don't realize you're a cougar. You still see yourself as that fun, crazy 25-year-old that was just, upside down twerking 3 years ago. And you forget that you're now almost 50.
I mean, 18 and 50, I don't even know if I'd call that cougar. That's a
mountain lion.
That's a mountain lion.
At that point, that's a mountain lion.
Yeah.
Because as a cougar, you're older, but you are somewhat, maybe 12, 15. That sounds like she's 30 plus years.
Yeah, cougar's usually like in her 40s or early 50s.
She's 32 years older.
Ooh, that's a lot.
I don't know if that's cougar numbers.
That's a lot.
Said my poor son is shell-shocked. He's never coming to another party again. It's a good call. Somebody else wants to call out a college professor that asked this girl what her bra size was. Nobody else was in the classroom at the time, and he's married with children.
Ooh.
Ew.
Yeah. And he's talked before about how he goes to church. Gross.
You can't do that.
Yeah. Come on, man.
That guy would go down if they knew about that. You can't ask a student what size their bra is.
It's out of bounds.
It's
out of
so
bounds.
out of bounds.
Dude.
I think you'd lose your job over that. If
Probably.
the main people found out he was saying that, they'd bounce him, I think.
I think you're right.
Probably. We got Kelly from Port St. Lucie calling herself out because she said, my dumbass decided to put up my Halloween decorations on the windiest day of October.
It was so windy yesterday. It knocked over all my decorations, girl. I feel you.
You're happy it's Halloween weather, but it's messing up your decorations.
Flying around the yard, down the street. And here I was, just running down all my decorations from a neighbor's yard.
Somebody had to return one of my ghouls. It got loose.
Do you have a 9.5-foot ghoul? I didn't think so.
Yeah.
Someone over there has big werewolf energy, and they're kind of cocky about it.
I am. You're right. I am.
Okay, so let me see. You got any other call them outs? You can hit us up, 877-979-WRMF. The good and the bad we got coming up here on the KVJ show.
Need a boy who can cuddle with me all night. Give me one, let me long, be my sunlight. Tell me lies, we can argue, we can fight. Yeah, we did it before, but we'll do it tonight. That afro black boy with the gold teeth, the dark skin looking at me like you know me. I wonder if you got the G or the B. Let me find out and see you coming over to me. Yeah. These days are way too lonely. I'm missing out, I know. These days are way too alone, and I'm not forgiving, love away, but I want someone to love me. I need someone to leave me. 'Cause it don't feel right when it's late at night and it's just me and my dreams. So I want someone to love. That's what I really want. Look, you know it's hard to define in these times, but I got nothing but love on my mind. I need a baby while I'm in my prime. Need an adversary to my down and weary. Like, tell me that's life when I'm stressing at night. Be like, you'll be okay and everything's alright. Let me in nothing 'cause I'm not wanting anything but your love in your body and a little bit of your brain. These days are way too lonely. I'm missing out, I know. These days are way too alone, and I'm not forgiving, love away, but I want someone to love me. I need someone to leave me. 'Cause it don't feel right when it's late at night and it's just me and my dreams. So I want someone to love. That's what I really want. I want someone to love me. I need someone who needs me. 'Cause it don't feel right when it's late at night and it's just me and my dreams. So I want someone to love. That's what I really want.
All righty, got some more call them outs that rolling in here. Just kind of a little note on how not to do life. This one is somebody calling out their mom. Apparently, she always makes comments when I change my daughter's diaper saying that it's barely full and I should be waiting. Look, I change it when I see it's wet, and she's uncomfortable about that. So my mom got really mad, and I finally snapped back, and I told her, I'm like, hey, Mom, look, one day you're going to be in a diaper, and you're going to want somebody to change it when it turns blue and not when it's leaking full.
Thank you.
Let me parent my child my way.
Mom, one day
Step off, Mom.
you're going to be in a diaper.
Well, I see what the mom's trying to do. You know, you don't want to spend more on diapers than you have to, but if you can afford them, change the kid as soon as it gets dirty.
Call me old-fashioned, but just a little bit of pee, I want a new diaper.
Thank you.
I'm old-fashioned now.
And crazy things going on in cars here. Somebody calling out their neighbor that they saw getting busy with himself on Friday night. I went down his driveway, and after he was done, he immediately went down to his mailbox to grab his mail.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
It's just an odd.
It's so odd.
Okay, if that happens, I think you have to video it. Because people aren't going to believe you, and it is going to be a good video to show.
Well, you probably, for about 30 seconds, you're probably trying to figure out what's going on. Going, is he Is he tugging it? What's going on here?
Yeah, what is going on?
And then you come to grips with what's going on, and then you see
Come to grips?
Get it?
Did you just say come to grips?
I mean, it's gross male. That's so disgusting.
That could be the title of the movie about self-love.
Gross male.
Come to grips.
Yes.
Oh, come to grips.
And somebody was in a Lowe's parking lot waiting for my friend who was shopping. And I see this guy and this girl that had just dropped this woman off who goes in shopping. When she goes in shopping, they start pawing all over each other. And I could tell that they were in the throes of passion. Did the whole deed, wrapped it up, and mom came back out of the store and got back in. They drove off. If she only knew what was going on while she was shopping.
Wow, that's a quickie.
Wait, what?
People were getting it on in the car. They dropped off their mom to go at Lowe's and shop.
Yeah.
And while mom was shopping, they got busy in the car.
It was sexier when Kevin said it. Yeah, all right.
Is Kevin bringing tail to your party? No, I am.
I don't know if Kevin's even going to my party. Is Kevin bringing Kevin to my party?
Kevin, you have to make an appearance at some point.
Oh, I know.
It's from noon to 5 a.m.
I know, right? It's a good window.
He's making it so wide.
The only reason why it's only starting for noon for the Ralstons. Everyone else, it starts at 5 p. The reason why I did noon is because I'm like, all right, you got a football. Like, let me try to hedge my bet here and say there's a window you can make it here, and then you can go do your football.
Yeah.
Damn, if you make it so wide and he still doesn't come, you're going to cry at your party.
Nah, I won't cry.
He's not going to cry. Kevin, yeah, it's in the calendar. So let me see here. A couple other call them outs. Somebody said, I'm calling out my mom that thinks that calling me fat is helping me lose weight.
Ooh.
I called her an old bee and hope she gets younger and nicer. We made up, but we're both wrong. And somebody else is calling out their boss for having an 8 a.m. in-office meeting after the Dolphins played last night. How am I supposed to concentrate? Yeah, calling out the Dolphins. That is a good call them out. They got back into the win column. They beat the Steelers last night at Hard Rock Stadium.
Okay.
So when Tua was out, they had lost 3 games in a row, correct?
Yeah.
That looks so good for Tua, man. If you're him.
Yeah, it does. You know, I think he brings an energy and, you know, whatever. It just, now keep in mind that they weren't necessarily playing the world beaters. The Steelers not having a very good year for them. 2-4 now. So they're not an awesome team, but, you know, the Dolphins now moved to 4-3. So, you know, good for them. And Tua was okay last night, 21-35, 261 yards, had one quick little touchdown pass to Raheem Mostert. So, you know, it was all good. So they're back in the win column.
I
It's all
like
good.
it.
Yeah. But it was Sunday Night Football. They had the old throwback jerseys on, honoring the 72 Dolphins.
They did look good. I like that color combo. Yeah.
Most Dolphins fans really love that.
It looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
Christian Wilkins was busy, y'all.
He's always busy.
He was all over the place.
He just doesn't have a bad game.
He doesn't stop attacking, and
No.
that's what I love about him.
They say he's got a good battery, Virginia. He's just relentless. It's got to be tiring if you're on the other side and be like, dude, just take a play off, man.
Oh, he's still sleeping right now.
Yeah, I wonder what their schedule is day after. I would hope he's sleeping.
I hope they let him sleep in after what he did yesterday.
I'd imagine you would, when you get a great meal after, the biggest meal, and chill until you have to go to practice, just kind of relax and
I'd be curious
get the mind
I have
peaceful.
I have a feeling he went ham on something last night after the game.
Definitely. You
Yeah.
have to.
I'd like to know what he knocked down after the game.
Next time we talk to him, I want to know what his post-game eating is. What is after a good game, after a win, do you just go bananas with eating as much food as you want?
Yeah, because you know you burn off how many calories.
Yeah, and then especially after a win.
What's your celebratory cheat meal?
Yeah.
Sunday night, what'd you eat?
During season.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great question.
Got an email here. Somebody a little concerned about their niece's choice for a Halloween costume. Says, my sister is going to let my niece be a Playboy bunny for Halloween. And she's in the 5th grade. This is also a girl who's already been busted looking at pornography. I told my sister that she was ruining her daughter. She told me I was being dramatic and I was putting my nose where it doesn't belong. She said the costume is no more revealing than a bathing suit. I told her that it was about what it stood for. She said kids today don't even know what the Playboy empire was all about.
Yeah, but the guys' houses that they go to for trick or treat do.
Yeah, she said, this is a big deal, right? Her sister doesn't see it.
I wouldn't be cool. 5th grade? How old is 5th grade?
I mean, you're a child
10.
at 5th grade.
Yeah, that I would not be cool with that. And I'm very liberal.
Well, it's not even the outfit. It is what it stands for. And
Right.
Virginia, old creepos know what the Playboy bunny is.
Right. And do you really want your 10-year-old being looked at like that by the men in the neighborhood?
No, you don't. And I'll tell you that, honestly, there's a real story in the news here in South Florida. There is looked like a white male that was trying to lure a 10-year-old girl into his van with candy.
Oh, boy.
And she was smart enough to run away. And in Fort Lauderdale, they're trying to find this guy. And so if I were this woman saying this, because she's the aunt, I would go to my sister and say, hey, just so you know, if you don't think it's anything, it's not necessarily about your daughter and you think it's innocent, kids her age don't know what the Playboy Empire is all about. This creepy white dude in this van knows all about the Playboy Empire. And if you have a girl this age, the exact same age as this girl he tried to abduct with candy, you are putting a target on your daughter. Don't do this.
Creepy man in a van. What is it? 1985. That's an 80s tactic. Hey, kid, want some candy? Get in my van.
Totally.
They had a photo of the guy on the news this morning. I'm hoping that they find who he is because that's inexcusable. And this is a guy that is obviously up to no good.
We had that go down in Lake Park. There was a creepy guy in a van when we were kids, and he was trying to get kids in the van, doing the whole, hey, you guys want a Baby Ruth? You want a candy bar?
We had creepy guy in a truck. He was trying to get us to look at the puppies he had in the passenger side floorboard. He's like, come over here and see. I've got puppies.
Are we in a creepy man/vehicle off?
I think we're in a creep off.
Yeah, you're on a creep off.
Did the man in the van try to snatch you? Because the man in the truck tried to snatch me.
Gosh, we were so close, Kevin.
Yeah. Yeah, the point is that they're still around. It's not something that was an 80s phenomenon, even though the 80s vans really worked well into it. It's still going on today.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're the aunt, all you can do is just stay the course and keep letting her know and give her this story and say, just don't. Why? There's so many other things that she can be. This girl's already going down a path. That's not normal that, she's looking at adult material and she wants to be an adult figure and she's in 5th grade. So,
well, think about it's the new version of the young kids. Back when we were young, the younger kids would go into dad's drawer and sneak out the nudity magazine.
Yeah.
For the young kids, because I know I've got friends who've had to deal with this too. They're young kids going on the internet and looking at porn at a young age.
You always think at that age,
everywhere.
At that age that they would be doing that already or have an interest in it. But yeah, so all you can do is just on things like this, just stay the course. Just stay the course and keep being that voice in her head, and maybe she'll make the right choice.
And don't bring it like with bad words or anger. Bring it with love and try to make sure that your message isn't aggressive or mean, but stay consistent.
Yeah.
The mom doesn't let her watch porn. She discovered it. And
Yeah. So but this is already a girl who's, doing a lot more adult things than she should at her age. Coming up here in a couple of minutes, most kid costume requests aren't scandalous. They're odd. It's kind of interesting because we asked the question, what is the strangest costume your kid ever asked to be for Halloween? They came up with some very interesting ones we got for you next on the KVJ Show.
From the WRMF Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Traffic Center. If you've been in an accident, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
While the price of gas stays high, the cost of taking a Brightline train is coming down, with fares now starting at $10 when you book at least 2 days before your ride. Dump the pump and book today at GoBrightline.com. Currently, we're seeing heavy delays on 95 southbound through Lake Worth. We have an accident that's blocking a middle lane as you're approaching Lantana Road. Plus, up on the Treasure Coast, you're still under speed on 95 southbound following this earlier accident before the exit for St. Lucie West Boulevard. Look for a right lane blocked in that area. Traffic, a service of Palm Beach Mitsubishi. I'm Suits, 79 WRMF.
To help with interest rate hikes, Palm Beach Mitsubishi is launching their year-end sales event. For a limited time, finance the all-new Mitsubishi Outlander for 1.9% APR for 36 months. Cha-ching! Palm Beach Mitsubishi, across from the Palm Beach Airport. PalmBeachMitsubishi.com.
Hey, Becky, what about this beat for your next song?
It's cool, but I'm into faster stuff lately, like Xfinity that gives me beyond gig speeds.
Got it. What about this then?
It sounds powerful, just like Xfinity. Because its supersonic Wi-Fi has 3 times the bandwidth, you can connect hundreds of devices at once.
That's what I call power.
Unbeatable internet from Xfinity. Made to do anything so you can do anything.
Get the Xfinity Supersonic Bundle with unlimited gig speed internet, Wi-Fi equipment included, and a free 4K streaming box, all for $50 a month with a 2-year internet rate guarantee and no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile at regular rates. Go to xfinity.com/gig, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. New Gigabit Extra internet customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity internet. After 24 months, regular rates apply. Requires compatible gateway.
Last year, Racetrack introduced the waffle breakfast sandwich to the world, and it was a huge hit. But then we took it away, and we got emails, we even got a strongly worded fax. The people wanted it back. Well, ask no more. The waffle breakfast sandwich is backed by Waffular Demand for a limited time. Savory sausage, melty cheese, and hearty eggs, all between 2 fluffy waffles. The waffle breakfast sandwich has returned. Pick one up today at participating locations. Racetrack, whatever gets you going.
These days, 99 cents doesn't get you very much. It could buy you the world's worst haircut or one bite of a stranger's tuna fish sandwich. Or you could use that 99 cents to buy a delicious cup of Cumberland Farms coffee, any size, any day. The choice is yours, plus applicable tax.
Ooh, Halloween. The season for goblins, witches, and scary good fun. But Walgreens knows it's also the doorbell never stops season, and we can't run out of candy season. So let Walgreens fill your Halloween bowl fast with pickup in as little as 30 minutes and delivery in as little as 1 hour. Because if it's needed in a poof season, it's Walgreens season.
This week, buy one, get one free snack and fun-sized candy bags. Of equal or lesser price. Offer valid through 10/29 while supplies last. Restrictions apply. See Walgreens.com for details.
This Halloween, Dunkin's ready for you to haunt harder. So sip the bone-chillingly bold peanut butter cup macchiato, savored with a frightfully enchanting spider donut. Or sink your fangs into the Dunkin' O-Lantern donut with a blood orange Dunkin' refresher. Price participation may vary. Limited time offer.
AmeriHealth Caritas Florida is a local Medicaid health plan. We're on a mission to help our members meet their life's needs. As a member of AmeriHealth Caritas Florida, you can get a smartphone for your household at no cost to you. The phone includes monthly data and minutes and unlimited text messaging. With us, it's about you. Learn how to enroll at www.amerihealthcaritasfl.com/enroll or call a Medicaid Choice Counselor toll-free at 1-877-713-662. Proudly serving Indian River, Martin, Miami-Dade, Monroe, Okeechobee, Palm Beach, and St. Lucie counties. AmeriHealth Caritas Florida is a managed care plan with a Florida Medicaid contract. The benefit information provided is a brief summary, not a complete description of benefits. For more information, contact the managed care plan. Limitations, co-payments, and/or restrictions may apply. Benefits, formulary, pharmacy network, premium, and/or co-payment/co-insurance may change.
Prices at the pump are going up, up, up. So trade in your old gas guzzler for a fuel-efficient new Kia at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach.
Buy a Kia, Greenway Kia. Call 800-NEW-KIA, Greenway Kia.
Right now at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach, get up to $6,000 over Kelley Blue Book fair market value for any trade. So you can drive home your fuel-efficient new Kia today. Come see Kia's exciting family of SUVs, including the 2023 Kia Sportage, Seltos, Sorento, and Telluride. Make no payments until February 2023. That's no payments until February next year. View all our inventory online at greenwaykiawestpalmbeach.com, where you can get pre-qualified before you buy. Plus, see the value of your trade instantly.
Buy a Kia, Greenway Kia. Call 800-NEW-KIA, Greenway Kia.
Make no payments until February 2023. Only at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach. Call 800-NEW-KIAs. Visit greenwaykiawestpalmbeach.com. 90 days deferred payments with approved credit through KUS. Interest accrues from date of purchase. Negative equity refinanced offers don't combine.
Cooling Advisors wants to keep you cool. I love my new AC. I love that I can control the thermostat from my smartphone. The technological advances are amazing. And if you're still dealing with an old system and old technology, step into the new age with Cooling Advisors, because I swear I love my thermostat on my phone so much. It is amazing. And you can get a $500 coupon from Cooling Advisors off that same system that I got. They put that new new AC in last year, and I absolutely love it. Go to coolingadvisors.com and set up your consultation today. Family owned and operated, and they've got a live person answering the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So whenever you need them, they are there. Coolingadvisors.com.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. Okay, easy now. You're teaching your kid how to parallel park. Ouch! Turns out he likes to do it by feel. Don't worry, eBay Motors has bumpers, taillights, trunk lids, license plate holders, 122 million parts. Pull up just a little bit. And headlights. They've got lots of headlights. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
From the Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach studio, get up to an EPA estimated 50 miles per gallon at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach. This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach. Here's what's coming up on the Dirt of the Day. Dirt of the Day.
Well, Matthew Perry is talking about how he spent $9 million battling drug and alcohol addiction. I didn't realize this. He was eating 55 Vicodin a day.
Yikes.
Oh, my word. We'll tell you some more crazy details about Matthew Perry's journey to stay sober coming up in your dirt.
Entertainment updates 5 minutes after every hour from the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Well, you're probably in the thick of it right now with Trick or Treat just 1 week away now. Kids coming to you, wanting you to put together a costume for them. And sometimes young kids have odd requests. We asked the question, what is the strangest costume your kid ever asked to be for Halloween?
One year I went as a plumber.
Did you? Okay.
That's adorable.
Well, you would work well with Danielle's kid who wants to be a toilet.
That was good.
That's amazing.
That'd be a great combo for both of you. Jessica said, yeah, my kid wanted to be ketchup.
That's a great one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
fun.
easy, too.
Yeah. Charlotte said, my son wanted to be a traffic light when he was 3, so I made it for him. She had a photo of the costume on the KBJ Show Facebook page. It's really cool.
That's another creative costume. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Barbara's kid wanted to be a unicorn donut.
Ooh.
So it's a donut with a unicorn head.
Delicious and magical.
I love that kid.
Okay. Afton's kid wanted to be the Titanic, and she made a little boat around him, and he was kind of walking around as the Titanic.
Someone could go as the glacier it piled into. That'd be kind of fun.
Bump into each other the whole night. Sarah's kid wanted to go as a Zoom meeting. Don't know how, but maybe you're a computer monitor.
I like it.
It could work.
Okay. One was a blueberry muffin.
That'd be easy.
Yeah, that's cute. Another comment was a vampire hot dog. It's a hot dog costume with vampire teeth. Okay, sure, why not? A traffic cone. Okay. Orange, that'd be kind of easy. That'd be doable.
Totally.
Do you still remember what you dressed up as a kid? Do you remember some of your favorite costumes, or do you can't even remember?
The ones that I remember were the ones that you buy. They were plastic, and they were so crazy hot. And then you had a plastic mask with a rubber band around it that would snap in the first 5 seconds.
I know what you're talking.
Yes.
It was held in by the flimsiest staple.
Yeah. And then the mask itself, you would be breathing into it, and you'd have condensation all in it.
Because the hole for you to breathe out of was like the size of a peanut.
So you couldn't breathe. You had sweat all over your face. You were so hot from the plastic that didn't breathe costume.
And a lot of times the mask and the outfit didn't really work with what if it's a Superman costume, they have a Superman mask and sort of like a Superman shirt, but it was off a little bit.
It looked like Superman's brother.
Yeah, they gave E.T. the alien a suit. It was weird.
A suit.
He was naked the whole time.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the ones I remember. Somebody else was a windshield wiper. I say, yeah, we built them into a long black tube, and then we had plastic behind them for the windshield. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, if you can tell what he is, then awesome.
You're right. Yeah.
If you can see what it is by looking at it. Now, if you have to tell everybody he's a windshield wiper, then that's kind of tricky.
Then, yeah. That's it. That's a challenge. I think ultimately what it is your kids come to you with these crazy requests, and you're like, how am I going to do that? A windshield wiper? And somebody else said a fart. My 6-year-old wanted to be an actual fart.
I think it'd be a popular one for kids, no?
I think so. I mean, you think about that little wind emoji that they have. If you made that green, that would probably work, right?
It could play.
Yeah.
That could definitely play. All right, well, if you have a funny little strange costume idea your kid asked to be for Halloween, go to the KVJ Show Facebook page. You can go and find it. Make sure you subscribe while you're there and join in on the conversation.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, Matthew Perry has an upcoming interview that's going to air this Friday night with Diane Sawyer, but we've got some little tidbits for you ahead of the broadcast of that thing. He's talking about battling, drug and alcohol addiction and in and out of rehab for most of his life.
Wow.
He says he's probably spent about $9 million trying to get sober.
Dang.
At one point, eating 55 Vicodin a day.
Wow.
He had an exploded colon, which sounds awful. Pneumonia. He was on life support at one time, had to be in a coma, and also had a colostomy bag.
I think we need to make a new show rule, because I feel like it's the second time you've said exploding colon. There's got to be a better way to describe this.
Don't take it up with me. Take it up with Matthew Perry. I'm just the messenger.
I hate that. I hate that term.
Just telling the story, huh? Yeah, he said that was his reminder, as the scars that he'd had from having the bag. He would just look down anytime you feel like getting high. You just look at that and be like, "Is it worth it, dude?"
Ugh.
Dude, is it worth it? Colostomy bag? I'm sorry. I love a buzz too, but there is no buzz on this planet worth a colostomy bag. Matthew Perry.
Yep.
In other news, besides...
I do have a clip here.
Oh, you do?
Yes,
Oh, yeah. Give it to us.
Yeah, because he talked about which cast member of Friends was the most there for him as he was going through all of his troubles.
Okay.
You start with a thunderclap. Hi, my name is Matthew, although you may know me by another name. My friends call me Maddie, and I should be dead.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
You're on methadone, Xanax, full quart of vodka a day?
55 Vicodin a day.
Jennifer, and she says, we know you were drinking.
Yeah, imagine how scary a moment that was. She was the one that reached out the most, and, I'm really grateful to her for that.
There you go.
Did all the drug, did it affect his speech? Did something happen where his speech is affected?
Maybe. He doesn't sound like he's really articulating like he used to.
I just know on the Friends thing, and I'm not trying to make fun of anybody here. I'm really not. I'm just curious, because I remember on that Friends thing they did on HBO or whatever, listening to him talk, it sounded as if he was on something. And I was wondering, is that the addiction, or did something happen with the addiction and it makes him talk slower now?
Right. I would imagine he's done irreparable harm to his body at this point that he just don't ever come back from.
He might have messed up his mouth too. I know that teeth can change the way you talk.
Okay.
And their absence can definitely modify your speech.
Yeah.
Charlemagne the God, does a radio show, does a TV show, does a podcast. And I guess he's talking a little bit about a conversation at one point that he had with Kanye. And is saying, look, Kanye was all twisted when Kim first started hooking up with Pete. And the rumor is that Pete Davidson is very well endowed, let's just say. And Kanye was very hung up on that and was screaming about it and saying, you won't help me? My wife is out here with this white guy that has a 10-incher. And you won't help me. You'll be friends with him. Kanye was very upset because Charlemagne the God, still kind of kept the relationship going, I guess, with Pete Davidson. And Kanye was like, no, you can't have both.
Well, there are some people out there, if they don't like somebody, now you're not allowed to like somebody. I know people like that.
Mm-hmm.
Me.
I work with one of them.
Somebody texted in earlier when we were talking about Kanye and how he was coming up with his ecosystem, his own set of towns. You're like, okay, is he building a cult? What's going on here? Somebody said that Kanye is tanking his own brand name because Kim Kardashian owns a good stake of his companies. He had money issues. She bailed him out with cash and now has stake in his brand. So this is his way. His only way of getting back at her is tanking his own brand and hurting her financially.
But are you really hurting her that badly financially?
I don't know. I mean, that's
I
one
don't think you're
person's
hurting
thought.
her.
I don't know.
She's got her own brand.
Yeah, I don't know if he is or not, but that's what one person theorizes.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
All righty.
It's time for viral audio.
So how's your kids? How's your wife?
Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
You don't know how much it pains me to play this, but sad news for New Yorkers when it comes to baseball.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Judge on the ground. Presley's got it. Easy flip. Ball game over. And the Houston Astros win the American League pennant. The Astros are going back to the World Series. Back-to-back seasons for the 4th time in the last 6 years.
Wow.
Astros are playing good again. That means they're cheating.
Did they beat the Yankees?
I was pulling for the Yankees. That's how badly I hate the Astros
Damn,
now. I wanted the Yankees to beat them.
Yeah, the Astros swept the Yankees. 6-5 win in Game 4. Like you said, 4-6, 3 World Series in 4 years. You ever notice ever since they moved to West Palm Beach for their spring training, they've been unstoppable. I don't know if there's any correlation there of spring training in West Palm Beach and the Houston Astros success, but it's big time. And you also, too, remember from doing spring training over there in West Palm Beach, you used to play for the Nationals. Remember the guy you're yelling at, telling him that my gay brother has a crush on you, and you're talking about Jaybird?
Who is it?
Bryce Harper.
You got it, yeah.
Oh, he's in it?
No, he was in a different series, but he had a big moment last night.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he now plays with the Philadelphia Phillies, and he changed that whole game, the game-winning home run.
Suarez fires. Pop fly. Right field. Segura's out. Castellanos out. And the Philadelphia Phillies are going to the World Series.
They wound up, because of Bryce Harper's home run, going ahead 4-3, and they wound up winning 4-1. So the World Series is now set. You have got the Astros versus the Phillies. Game 1 happens in Houston on Friday night. So there you go.
I mean, I want the Phillies to destroy the Astros.
You do?
I do. But I don't have a dog in this fight, Virginia.
Gotcha. You're just on the sidelines watching.
Yeah, and I'm probably not going to even watch. I'm just going to get on the microphone and bitch about the Astros.
There you go. It's an easier thing to do, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. All right, coming up here in just a couple of minutes, this is an odd situation somebody's actually struggling with. My awful ex wants to leave me all his money. You'll hear the whole story next.
I got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind. You got me stuck on the thought of you. You're making me feel brand new. You're more than a sunshine in my eyes. You got those pretty eyes in your head. You know it. You got me dancing in my bed, so let me show it. You are exactly what I want. Kinda cool and kinda not. Wanna give myself to you. Yeah, we're driving down the freeway at night. I only got one thing in the back of my mind. I'm feeling like this might be my time to shine with you, with you, with you. I got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind. You got me stuck on the thought of you. only got one thing in the back of my mind. I'm feeling like this might be my time to shine with you, with you, with you. I got my head out the sunroof, I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind. You got me stuck on the thought of you. You're making me feel brand new. You're more than a sunshine in my eyes. La da la da la la la. La da 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 la 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 la.
I don't know if this would actually even be a problem, but apparently it is. And we got an email about it, mail@kvjshow.com. Somebody said, my awful ex wants to leave me everything. So in this email, it says, I was engaged to a guy who broke my heart and almost ruined my life. We started dating right out of college, and we were together for 3 years before getting engaged. And shortly after we did, his business took off. He then sold it like a year later for $10 million. And when he got that money, went wild. He partied like crazy, bought cars, he bought a boat, he became a jerk. And it became obvious that he was cheating on me when I decided I finally need to break it off to get away from the toxicity. He told me that I would regret not being with him and that he had outgrown me anyway. He said some terrible things to our mutual friends about me that weren't true, and they all turned on me. Well, because he was more fun anyway, and he had more things to offer. So here I am, without my man, without my friend group. He had changed, and it was too bad because he was once an amazingly caring man. That was 8 years ago. And I've not really heard from him since, and I've never been serious with anybody else. So last week, it was odd when I get a call from my ex. He sounded terrible on the other end of the phone. His voice was weak. I thought he was in some kind of trouble, and I said, what's going on? He informed me that he has terminal cancer and was just admitted to hospice.
Oh.
He says that all of his friends are now circling him like vultures, and he sees them now for what they all are. They all want a piece of his fortune and keep asking about where the money's going to go.
Oh.
He told me that he has always regretted how things ended between us and the man that the money had made him. And he asked if I would consider marrying him and taking his entire inheritance. He's lost a good chunk of his fortune since then, but still he's worth close to $4 million. As much as anyone would like money, I just don't know how I feel about this. If I accept this offer, am I any better than the vultures who are circling his body now, hoping for their own cut?
Well, you are better because you're not seeking it out, and he's asking you for this is a dying man's wish.
Yeah.
That's why this is different.
I think you should do it. And then think about all the good you can do in people's lives. If you don't want the money, you can give so much to charity and really change people's lives with that money.
Look, he cheated on you. He did you wrong. And for his dying wish is for you to take the money. That's what's going to make his soul at peace. You're not like the vultures because you're not actively seeking this out. This is a gift.
The thing I understand is he's got the one thing where he wants to get married. I don't know if he feels like that's something he wants to do in his life, to die that way, or if there's some kind of legality or tax breaks or
it's
something
probably
like
all
that.
of that. It's probably the legality of it, and it's probably also she was the one that got away, and he messed up. He chose the money and the fast life over her, and now he's realizing that, at the end of his life, he wants to make it right.
Here's my question. Do you have to marry him to get all that money? Couldn't he just sign that over to you?
If you do marry him, it makes it a lot easier.
Does it? Yeah, that's the part. That was one of the things from the email that I didn't understand. I haven't heard back yet with that question.
That your spouse just becomes in charge of everything to do with your estate.
Okay.
And then if he leaves a will and says, hey, she's my spouse and she's in charge of everything, like no one can compete with that.
Yeah. And then I wonder, does that make it more lock?
Yes. And so the vultures wouldn't be able to get at the money. And if that's what he's trying to prevent from happening, having her be the spouse and her be the executor and her be in charge of everything and legally leaving paperwork that says all that, I think he knows that his money will go to a good place instead of to a bad place.
But just know you're also inheriting. You're getting the money, but you're inheriting a problem too. There are going to be a lot of people that are going to be on your ass like flies on a ripper.
That's
They're gonna
true.
wanna
I'd love
cut.
to see how many of these old friends that turned their back on her because he had the money and he was the fun one. And remember, he said terrible things about her, and they're like, "Oh, we can't see him anymore." I wonder how many of them would be like, "Oh, how are you been doing?"
You get the money, and you have to have this philosophy. None of those old people are allowed back in your life.
Take the money, never answer your door or your phone.
Yeah. Take the money, move. You can go find a little
But
house.
is this creating a lot of problems? It sounded like she'd finally gotten to a place where she'd moved on. She thought she was going to marry this guy. This is going to be her life. He gets money. He turns into an awful person. She loses her friend group. And it sounds like, now she's a little settled and my life's calm. She's probably in a good place. Her life is good. And guess what? The money that ruined her fiance and kind of almost ruined her life is now back in the picture.
It all depends on what you want in life. A strategy is going to go. It's going to help you out greatly. If the strategy is to get all that money, you're going to have to deal with some annoying people. If you want peace and you want none of that, don't take the money. It's that simple.
Yeah, I was just trying to anticipate what are possible pitfalls here. Is there a pitfall with the marriage? Is there a pitfall with taking the money? What could you say would be the downsides? Because on the surface of this seems like a really good deal, right? You marry a guy that is in hospice that is likely going to be dead within weeks, and then you just get almost $4 million.
He won't be your problem. It'll be all the other people that were around him that start trying to vulturize you. That'll be the problem. But, I mean, they cut you out once. It'll be easy for you to not have contact with those people. You're just going to have to navigate.
Somebody threw out one odd curveball I hadn't even thought of, and there's no way, right? Somebody said this ex can't be faking it, right? To trick her into marrying him for some reason.
Well, at that point, then now.
No, if he's at hospice and he's in the hospice facility as a patient, when you go visit him, you'll be able to tell.
But hospice comes to his place, right?
Well, you can do it one of two ways. You can either go to hospice or hospice can come to you.
But if hospice is involved and they're legit involved, it's not a positive situation.
And they're legit involved.
Yeah, I don't think you can fake it. I mean, unless you're. But at that point, what is the guy? What's his point?
I don't know
for
how
all
terrible
this?
Exactly. I don't know. What would your end game be? That was just what some person threw out.
I mean, that's the kind of evil you see in movies.
Somebody else said the one thing, and I don't know. What if there's any debt he didn't disclose? If she married him, is she now responsible for his debt?
Great question. I don't know.
I mean, could he be saying, because he's saying, hey, look, I don't have what I did, but I still have almost $4 million that you're going to get. What if he has $8 million worth of debt and you just married it?
So maybe what she should do is go get her own attorney before she makes any kind of decisions about this. Explain the full situation to that person and then navigate it.
Yeah, because imagine if he's trying to protect his family and he's still a terrible person. He marries her. She now is responsible for his debts, and that clears his family of them.
Yeesh.
I don't know.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah. Somebody said that in the state of Florida, you have to be married for at least 7 months to inherit all the benefits.
Really?
You better get to it.
Yeah, you better. Usually, once you're in hospice, you don't have 7 months left. That's not how hospice works.
You need an attorney. I mean, that's the one thing people are saying like crazy. And somebody said, don't do it unless you speak to a lawyer first.
Right. That would be the best advice. Get your own lawyer, not his lawyer, your own that cares about your best interest.
You don't need to be married for you to get all the money, and you'd also now be responsible for all of his doctor bills. How long has he been receiving medical care?
Yeah, great questions.
What could you imagine if that was his dirtbaggy move? He's racked up more medical bills than he has money for, and he comes back to because he knew that what a kind heart you had, and he marries you and then sticks you with all of his debt.
No one's that evil, right?
I'd hope not.
Do you go out that
I don't
evil?
know.
I mean, you're about to go meet St. Peter. Is that what you want on your...
She said he once was a really good dude, and then he got apparently pretty nasty, but then, he comes back. Somebody wouldn't do that on their deathbed, right? Oh, I've seen my terrible ways, and now I'm back to who I was.
I mean, I think karma, anything's possible, but
what's the point?
It sounds like he just realizes he made a mistake back then and he let the money change him.
Yeah. Somebody said if debt is in his name, even if it's his money, she doesn't have to pay it. So definitely talk to an attorney, not to the KVJ show, because you've got a lot more legal problems than we can definitely convincingly tell you that it's good.
And you got to wrap this thing up pretty quick.
We're flattered that you're coming to us for legal advice, but we dumb.
Yeah. I wonder if anybody out there, what would it be like if you had a relative or somebody you didn't even know even had a lot of money that passed away and you get a big inheritance? What would that do to your life? Imagine that you just get a call and there was somebody you didn't even know in your family, Virginia, it leaves you a couple mil.
Let's go.
It would not be a problem. A couple $1 million, my life would be. I'd be able to be okay with that.
It'd be unreal, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be the best thing ever. I could do so much for my friends and family. Everybody would get a clean slate. It would be life-changing money.
And then you finally get that chocolate river, bruh.
Yeah.
I don't know. $4 million might not be after getting houses for my family. The chocolate river, it's going to be just a little chocolate pond.
Yeah. Still delicious,
chocolate baby pool.
Chocolate pond, still pretty cool though.
Coming up, we got another round of Bueno o Malo. Going to teach you a little Espanol here today. Going to see if you can pick out a couple key context words. I believe, is it Suits that is getting to play?
Yeah, Sweet Suits is going to be this week's victim.
Well, you never know. I mean, maybe he's picked out some things. He'll be able to decipher what is the good, what is the bad, and Bueno o Malo coming up next.
From the WRMF Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Traffic Center. If you've been in an accident, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
While the price of gas stays high, the cost of taking a Brightline train is coming down, with fares now starting at $10 when you book at least 2 days before your ride. Dump the pump and book today at GoBrightline.com. Currently, we're seeing heavy delays on 95 southbound through Lake Worth. We have an accident that's blocking a middle lane as you're approaching Lantana Road. Plus, up on the Treasure Coast, you're still under speed on 95 southbound following this earlier accident before the exit for St. Lucie West Boulevard. Look for a right lane blocked in that area. Traffic, a service of Palm Beach Mitsubishi. I'm Suits, 9 WRMF.
Mitsubishi North America is offering $500 hurricane relief rebate, and Palm Beach Mitsubishi is offering an additional $1,000 on all new Mitsubishi vehicles. Palm Beach Mitsubishi, across from the Palm Beach Airport. PalmBeachMitsubishi.com.
Whether you take the scenic route, the shortcut, or have to take a detour, it doesn't matter. There's a McDonald's around every corner, so you can always pick up a bundle of your favorites. Like a sizzling sausage McMuffin and hash browns in the morning for just $2.39, or a hot and spicy McChicken and small fries for $3.39 later. Bundles at McDonald's are always on the way, no matter which route you take. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
No matter what I get, it's 20% off every day when I spend $1 on the McDonald's app. So yesterday was my please the whole fam on the way to the game meal. Today is my finally get them to stop asking, are we there yet meal. Who knows what tomorrow will be? Maybe a delicious crispy chicken sandwich all for myself meal. Whatever it is, it's a win. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid through December 31st, 2022 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. Excludes tax. McD app download and registration required.
Dr. Trudy Fleer here with the 5G Home Recovery Podcast. Let's discuss a very real existential threat to internet speed. It's a big one. Ready? T-Mobile Home Internet. It lags. Now, what is lag? Lag is a delay in data being transmitted across the internet. For example, you're hitting that hot drop, the parachute cuts out, you've got an unsuspecting bot in your sights, and lag! You were actually eliminated 10 seconds ago. Nobody deserves that. So stop letting T-Mobile Home Internet ruin everything and switch to Xfinity. Learn more at xfinity.com/TMOFax.
Get an amazing value on Xfinity Internet with unlimited data included. Switch for $55 a month for 12 months with no annual contract required and no equipment fees for 1 year. Go to xfinity.com/TMOFax, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store to learn more. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Ends 11/20/22. Restrictions apply. New fast internet and XFi Complete customers only. XFi Gateway required. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After 12 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices.
With the new Dunkin' Rewards program, you can save them, stack them, and use them how you want. Through October 31st, Rewards members get a free breakfast sandwich with the purchase of any medium or larger beverage. Join today. America runs on Dunkin'. Limit 1 per member. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclude signature sandwiches and wraps. Terms apply.
With PGT Custom Windows and Doors, you'll have greater peace of mind knowing you're protected from storms, noise, and intrusion. There's never been a better time to upgrade your home with PGT impact-resistant windows and doors. PGT is offering Florida homeowners $35 off every window and $110 off every door from their WinGuard impact-resistant products, plus 0% sales tax. Visit pgtwindows.com/rebate. PGT. Someday is now.
Strax is better than ever. New owners, new surgeons, new look. Visit StraxAesthetics.com to see the new Strax. Schedule your free consultation today to get the look you want. That's StraxAesthetics.com. Call 954-634-3333 now.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Stringer's Tavern and Oyster Bar in Sewell's Point. Start your visit with a rum flight and enjoy live music 6 days a week. Oyster connoisseur? Belly up to their oyster bar. Hand-pick your oysters and tip them back. Their seafood tower is a family favorite in their charming courtyard or breezy patio. Take advantage of their drink and appetizer specials every day from 3 to 6 for happy hour. For menu information, reservations, and their music lineup, visit stringerstavern.com.
There's a lot of things you can do to try to look and feel better, and I've done about all of them, and I've wasted a ton of money in my life. The one thing that worked and works so well, I tell everybody about it, it's hormone replacement therapy. I did mine at Wellington Anti-Aging. There's no doubt. This is a slam dunk. Day one, you feel a lot different. I had a lot more energy. I just felt better. And my body started to change. When my hormones were in balance, I was able to put on lean muscle. I got leaner and meaner. I have more confidence. I was just a better version of myself. Now look, in your teens and your 20s, you're fine on your hormones, but as you get into your late 20s, into your 30s, you start to lose those hormones and your body starts to change. You get to middle age, you got menopause in the forefront, and your body feels different. You can do hormone replacement therapy to minimize those hot flashes, night sweats, the weight gain, the anxiety. You will look and feel 10 years younger with increased energy. So get that free consultation today at WellingtonAntiAging.com. It's WellingtonAntiAging.com.
Hello, I'm attorney Robert Rubenstein, and this is Rubenstein's Rules for Personal Injury. Rule number 7, understand attorney's fees. You've probably heard no fee guarantee, or you only pay if you win. This isn't some kind of special offer. Most injury attorneys are paid this way. We get paid this way. There are limits on what percentage attorneys can charge. Our firm charges you nothing, not even costs, unless you get money. Call Rubenstein Law at 1-800-FL-LEGAL. Offices in Palm Beach and throughout Florida.
South Florida weather is 15 seconds away from the H. Gregg West Palm Beach Weather Center.
The real fun starts in October. Stop by hgregg.com on Military Trail and enjoy savings without the scare. Whatever your taste or budget is, they've got a huge inventory with a perfect match for you. hgregg.com. Save more, drive happy.
Your WPTV First Alert forecast calls for temperatures this morning in the upper 60s to low 70s. We could see a few isolated showers for the morning drive through about the lunch hour. Then we dry out this afternoon. Highs in the low to mid 80s today through the next 7 days. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall for 97.9 WRMF.
This report is paid for by National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Any first responder will tell you, never try to beat a train. After braking, it could take a mile for a train to completely stop. So when you come to a rail crossing, stop, because trains can't. Paid for by NHTSA.
Medical malpractice, Gordon and Partners, 333-3333.
What's hot now on the KVJ show?
Hey, if you feel like a little getaway, we got trips to Sandals And you can start winning today. Just download the WRMF app and listen up for Harry Styles. When you hear one of his songs play, any of them, you tap the track, and that is an entry to win. The more entries you have, the better your chance of winning. So the longer you listen, the more Harry Styles songs that you hear, your better chance to wind up going to any Sandals resort with the round-trip airfare from American Airlines. Randy is going to be at the Sandals Royal Bahamian today. You're going to hear all the amenities that it has to offer, and I'm sure she's going to play lots of Harry Styles. So get ready for her show coming up after us, and download that WRM app for free right now.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
All right, we got Suits, the hot seat today, playing a little Bueno o Malo. A couple different options here. One is going to be good, one is going to be bad. He can use the Spanish he's learning here on the KVJ show to help him navigate the good from the bad.
Hola, Suits.
Hola. It smells actually kind of good in here.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, maybe that's your treat that you got coming your way.
Hopefully I can actually get that thing, though.
That's the key here.
Put on your little blindfold over there that we got from Adult Video Warehouse. It's naughty.
It says bang me. So nice.
Very classy.
Okay, Evelyn is in here. She is going to read off the options for you. Two of them. One is good, one is bad. What do you have for option number one here, Evelyn?
Prepárate para una golosina. Puedes comer algunas patas de cerdo.
Okay. Suits, are you hearing anything in there that she said?
So there was like, I don't know if I have a microphone.
Yeah.
There was like nothing in that I got. I heard, I think, eat. Come or something like that.
Okay. A comer.
Yeah, that doesn't help too much though.
Okay, all right. So we got that. Let's hear it one more time. Maybe something else will jump out here.
Prepárate para una golosina. Puedes comer algunas patas de cerdo.
I feel like all I'm hearing, I heard maybe prepare in the beginning.
Okay, all right.
But those don't help me. That's the only problem. They're
Preparate.
You sounded good, though, with your Espanol.
I'm getting a little bit better, but I feel like I'm not getting the important words from that one.
Okay. All right, so you got a couple in there you think maybe prepare and eat is what you got in there. Okay, let's hear option number two. Maybe something will jump out at you here. What you got, Evelyn?
Siéntese y relájese, ya que le frontarán la pata de cerdo.
I think I got less from that one.
Okay.
Let me hear that one more time.
Siéntese y relájese, ya que le frotarán la pata de cerdo.
I got nothing from that one.
0 on that. Okay. So you only picked up a couple of words in option one, nothing in option two. One of them is good, one of them is bad.
I mean, the words I felt like I got from the first one don't really help me.
Prepare and eat.
I know it's eat, and it does smell good in here.
Yeah.
So maybe the food is the good one. Maybe you guys are trying to do this the opposite here and trick me.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with option one.
Okay. Option one is the one that he has chosen. Virginia, if you would prepare.
All right, let's just talk about option one real quick.
Uh-huh.
I think you should chew it and not swallow it. But that's just me.
I got a bad feeling now.
Okay. All right.
Open up, sweet baby.
Okay. Give it a shot here. All right, what do you got? Okay, so he's got it in his mouth. He's frozen, and okay, he's trying to chew a little bit, but he keeps dry heaving.
What in the world is this?
What's the flavor? What's making you? What's making you?
It feels like a rock. First of all, it's very hard. Like I can't even chew it.
Okay. Right. Yeah. Eat the meat.
Is there a bone or something on this?
Good call. Eat the meat, not the bone.
Okay. Read off the option again that he got here, Evelyn, so that people know.
Prepárate para una golosina. Puedes comer algunas patas de cerdo.
Patas de cerdo.
I don't know what it is. I'm going to assume this is mallow, though.
That would be the worst of the two options. Yeah. If you do not.
Is this?
You want to tell him, Kev?
Yeah, the translation is get ready for a treat. You get to eat some pig's feet.
Oh,
That's a toe.
That is.
That's why it smelled bacony in
patas
here.
de cerdo.
I had a pig toe.
That is gnarly.
That's a pig toe you were gnawing on.
You can't even chew it. It's so.
No.
I mean, it's all bone.
You gotta suck the meat off.
How's the flavor on that?
No, it's not very good.
It's not good. Flavor's not good. Okay, and the other option you had, the one that was going to be bueno, was sit back and relax as you will get your little pig foot rubbed.
We were going to give you a foot massage.
That would have been so nice.
We're going to go real deep. Deep tissue.
We get in there.
Yeah.
There's that button you can hit in the foot that makes you cry. That's how deep we're going to get.
Man, I wish I got that.
Okay.
We brought lotion and everything.
You did get a couple words, though. That was encouraging.
I feel like I improved. It's just
you were right.
They weren't the words that I needed to help me figure out what it actually was, unfortunately.
Right. Yeah, that was tough. The relajase would be a good one, right? Yeah, that's a positive. Maybe
Relajase?
Yeah, that's the relax.
Oh.
Relajase.
I'm going to remember that one now.
Okay. All right, there you go. Another little education. Thank you very much, Evelyn. Always a great job. And
You can keep that pig toe if you want, too.
yeah.
Put it on a shelf.
What's your social again?
The Evelyn Romo.
The Evelyn Romo. Okay.
Thank you, Evelyn.
Thank you. Coming up here in a couple minutes on the KVJ show, they've got the numbers in. Remember that python hunt that they do in the Everglades for 10 days?
Yes.
Yeah. They've got all the numbers in, including the person who won. What was the biggest snake that they pulled out of the Everglades, and just how many Burmese pythons did they tag in 10 days here in South Florida? I got the details for you next.
Every time you come around, you know I can't say no. Every time the sun goes down, I let you take control. I can feel the paradise before my world implodes. And tonight had something wonderful. My bad habits lead to late nights, sitting alone. Conversations with a stranger I barely know. Swearing this will be the last, but it probably won't. I got nothing left to lose or use or do. My bad habits lead to white eyes stare into space, and I know I lose control of the things that I say. Yeah, I was looking for a way out, now I can't escape. Nothing happens after two. It's true, it's true. My bad habits lead to you. My bad habits lead to you. My bad habits lead to you. Every pure intention ends when the good times start. Falling over everything to reach the first time spark. It started under neon lights and then it all got dark. I only know how to go too far. My bad habits lead to late nights, sitting alone. Conversations with a stranger I barely know. Swearing this will be the last, but it probably won't. I got nothing left to lose or use or do. My bad habits lead to white eyes staring into space, and I know I lose control of the things that I say. Yeah, I was looking for a way out, now I can't escape. Nothing happens after two. It's true, it's true. My bad habits lead to you. My bad habits lead to you. We took the long way round and burned till the fun ran out. Now my bad habits lead to late nights, sitting alone. Conversations with a stranger I barely know. Swearing this will be the last, but it probably won't. I got nothing left to lose
talk about, baby? It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. Huh, so many people on meth. Ow!
Well, they have wrapped up that 10-day contest that they have in the Everglades to see who can bag the most pythons, and the biggest one, they got 230 Burmese pythons in those 10 days.
I wonder what the atmosphere is like that. Do teams talk trash about other teams, and are they how balls to the wall do they go for this?
There's a lot of people, about 1,000 people from 32 states, Canada, and Latvia.
Wow.
I hope they didn't put weights and snakes.
We got weights and fish. You're right.
I don't trust nothing now.
If there's money involved or a championship title,
there is.
There is, but it's not based on weight. It's based on length.
Okay.
Yeah, the longest python captured was over 11 feet, and the winner, Dustin Crum, picked up $1,500.
Okay, it's not that much money. Those fish guys were competing for like 25 grand.
Yeah. Well, and this too, they did have a larger cash prize, but the big cash prize in the big old python hunt is for the most snakes, because that's ultimately what they want. Big ones are good, but who can get the most out of here? And that went to Matthew Concepcion. $10,000 he won.
Wow.
He caught 28 pythons. That's 13 more than the second place winner.
I'm always impressed, too, by the one that finds the mama. And then you're like, yep, he found the mama snake, and she had 47 eggs. And so you catch mama, but you also got 47 babies.
Yeah, they can have anywhere from 50 to 100.
Damn.
So I guess they destroyed the babies as well.
Oh, you do,
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Sorry,
not,
baby.
Or is it like a classy dinner, an egg, kind of like a caviar?
Oh, can you eat snake eggs?
Is that considered a
Never
posh dish?
Snake egg omelet?
Not that I'm aware of, but I'm sure there's a few rednecks be like, yeah, we eat all the time.
Good eating.
I bet you probably could make a good snake omelet, right?
I mean, anything that has an egg, I can make an omelet out of.
Would that freak you out if you knew you're eating snake omelet?
Snake omelet?
Yeah, that's pretty gnarly.
And it's hissing?
You start hissing after you eat it.
Yeah, I don't know. A Washington State woman survived a grisly attack by punching a black bear in the nose.
Good for her.
Yeah. They say that they had to track down the bear. Unfortunately, had to kill it. I guess the bear was overweight from raiding trash. So that's one of the reasons. So they better not, if you're Yogi, hide.
If you're a bear, do you love going into the city and eating that trash? Or do you like going and doing it natural out in the woods?
Well, you tell me, what's better? Some like fruits and berries in the woods, or a Big Mac in a trash can?
You're getting
pizza.
You get leftover
Yeah.
pizza.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bears would love fast food.
Crazy story about a woman in Washington State that escaped being buried alive. She was kidnapped by her estranged husband.
Damn.
Police went to her home after neighbors called and said they heard screaming. And when the officers arrived, the home was empty, but they found used duct tape and issued an endangered missing person alert. Police later got video of the woman banging on the door of a home about 7 miles from where she lived. And when they got to the home, the woman was hiding behind a shed. She told officers her husband drove her into the woods, placed a heavy tree over her, and threw dirt on her. The woman waited a few hours before breaking the bindings on her hands and clawed her way out of the shallow hole she was thrown in.
My goodness.
Anytime you break out like that, I'm sure the first thing you're going, as soon as I break out, he's going to be standing right there waiting for me.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of them are afraid of.
That's why I think she waited for a while.
Yeah.
Well, now what you have to do is you got to vigilante style get somebody in your family to put a hit on him, because he is only going to do a couple of years in jail because she didn't die.
That's
and
not
then he's
true.
going to be out and try to finish the job.
You know nothing about the law. You're not going to get only a couple years of jail for that.
I'm going to get Uncle Crover and a bag of nickels, and he ain't going to breathe.
If this was in the 1800s, I'd go, yeah, he ain't going to serve much time. You can't do that and not serve time. He will serve time.
He's
going to
get 9 years and then be out and try to finish the job.
Judge Virginia has spoken.
You know what?
You got to kill him.
And Kevin, I'm going to go ahead and say overruled, whatever, sustained. I want to leave the courtroom. I've given up.
court in Virginia, all men get life.
Well, she just says, "Oh, he's only going to get 2 years," and if no one challenges her,
he's only going to get 9 years.
That's first of all, that's different than a couple of years. First of all,
9. But still, he's going to get out and try to finish it.
And again, you don't know if he's going to get 9. What are you talking about?
You got to kill him.
He is facing first-degree murder charges. So they did find him the next day in the woods, and they arrested him. She was taken to a hospital for treatment, and she had extensive bruises all over her body. She was stabbed in the breast. She had duct tape hanging from her neck, face, and ankles when they found her.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I would hope maybe more 9 years. Be nice.
Oh, if it's done the right way, he should not be out for a very long time, if ever. That's attempted murder, bruh.
It's easier just to hit him.
They might do that too. Who knows? A 58-year-old guy in Cleveland was arrested after he got drunk and left 2 voicemails for a hitman trying to hire them to kill his own son. But because he was drunk, he misdialed the number and left the messages on a random business's voicemail, who then properly turned it over to the authorities.
His own son?
Yeah. That's kind of messed up, huh?
So messed up.
Wow. A white male in Fort Lauderdale tried to get a 10-year-old girl into a van twice on consecutive days.
This is the story you were telling us about.
Yeah. He tried to trick the girl by luring her with candy. She was smart enough, and she ran away. And they do have pretty good photo of him. I would imagine he will be caught today based on that, because you could see the whole side profile and everything. There's got to be somebody seeing that on the news
that
as
knows
it was this
him.
morning that's like, oh, I know who that is.
Dang.
A 48-year-old Wisconsin man cut his neighbor's internet cable because he thought they were undocumented immigrants and didn't, quote, deserve cable. He called the cops after one of his neighbors had pushed him down the stairs. He admitted he had been drinking. The police determined that the couple, they actually were in the country legally. So he was just harassing them for no reason because he was a dumb, drunk idiot. The man was charged with obstructing an officer as well as with felony criminal damage, which is being classified now as a hate crime. And if found guilty, he could be doing 2 years behind bars and a fine of up to $10,000.
Dang.
Big old dummy.
He's only going to get 2 days, Kev.
2 days. 2 days top.
You got to kill him.
Yep, got to kill him.
Got to kill him. And he's only going to get 2 days.
That's
So
it.
we don't kill that guy.
Okay.
I do have some kind of sensibility over here.
Okay. A Tennessee woman was arrested during a traffic stop after swallowing a bag of heroin and then biting a cop.
Girl.
She was a passenger in a vehicle that had several active warrants, which the officer knew about, and he pulled over the vehicle. The woman grabbed a bag of heroin from her shirt, stuck it in her mouth. The cop tried to get the bag out of her mouth, and she bit his hand, then swallowed the drugs.
Did she do that just to get one last ride, or was she trying to get rid of the evidence?
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to hide it. But if he sees you do it.
That's what I'm saying. If they see you do it on camera.
He's close enough to where you can bite him. He saw you do it. They're just going to wait for you to poop it back out and then make it evidence.
Is she single?
It's a good chance.
You've been looking for a girl.
No, I'm not.
Then when they searched her, they found even more heroin and hypodermic needles, which she
Damn.
hid. So, yeah.
She's busy.
Yeah, she's very busy. A 14-year-old in Marion County, Florida, stole $13,500 from his grandparents' safe and handed it out to kids at school.
That kid was very popular for one day.
Wow. The money was half of Grandma's life savings.
Damn.
Left over from when she had sold her house. Students who accepted the money told deputies that the girl claimed it was her grandma's money and that she had permission to give it away. Some students didn't buy the story, and they told school administrators. They found about $2,500 left in the teenager's backpack. One student handed in $200. At least one other brought $500 back to the front office.
She's just trying to make friends.
Yeah.
Aww,
The
that
young
makes
girl,
me sad.
she's now facing felony charges for grand theft.
Wow.
She's 14. So, I don't know if you saw the video of the climate activists in Germany that threw mashed potatoes on a Monet painting and then tried to glue themselves to the wall.
It's why I can't read Twitter. People are starting to defend them, and oh my God, they're so brave. And
well, just to let people know, they cover all those great works of art with glass, so you're not really doing anything.
It's theater, dog. It's all it is.
Yeah.
Let's call it what it is.
It does always make the news.
They're ready for your mashed potato, you big dummy.
Yeah.
And did it work? Did their plan work?
Climate still sucks.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Let's call it what it is. It's, let's go viral.
Attention.
Exactly.
And finally, did you know that Florida is second in the nation behind California for UFO sightings? 78% of Americans, they say, believe in aliens.
I put that up on our Facebook about a week or two ago. Who's had a UFO experience where they think it's not of this earth?
Yeah.
And there's quite a few people that go, I saw something really bizarre back in 1987 with my dad or whatever their story is.
Yeah.
I think a lot more believers. I think in modern day times, you have more of that.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's a pretty good number. There's only 22% of people that don't believe in aliens.
You have to get probed in your sleep by one of them. Who do you pick? A ghost or an alien?
Alien.
Interesting.
Alien, definitely.
And why?
Because I think it's just a bigger story, would have proof of aliens. You don't have
proof. You just have a hurt bung.
Well, I would have proof.
Ghosts have smaller hands.
I would have.
No, they actually have really long alien fingers.
And they're just using their fingers?
Yep.
Okay.
They like to get in there.
I stand with an alien. It's better for humanity if I get probed by an alien.
Okay.
Okay. All
Thank
right.
you.
He's willing to do the work. So there you go, aliens.
You're very probable.
He'll be sleeping face down tonight.
On its kitchen floor.
Come on, take me to your leader.
All right, coming up here in a couple of minutes, we got round 2 of Rap or Rock. We are going back through some of the best rap and rock songs from different years. Last week, rap whooped up on rock, winning 4 out of 5. Will it be the same today? We'll give you the songs and the years next.
From the WRMF Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Traffic Center. If you've been in an accident, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
While the price of gas stays high, the cost of taking a Brightline train is coming down, with fares now starting at $10 when you book at least 2 days before your ride. Dump the pump and book today at GoBrightline.com. Currently, we're seeing heavy delays on 95 southbound through Lake Worth. We have an accident that's blocking a middle lane as you're approaching Lantana Road. Plus, up on the Treasure Coast, you're still under speed on 95 southbound following this earlier accident before the exit for St. Lucie West Boulevard. Look for a right lane blocked in that area. Traffic, a service of Palm Beach Mitsubishi. I'm Suits, 9 WRMF.
To help with interest rate hikes, Palm Beach Mitsubishi is launching their year-end sales event. For a limited time, finance the all-new Mitsubishi Outlander for 1.9% APR for 36 months. Cha-ching! Palm Beach Mitsubishi, across from the Palm Beach Airport. PalmBeachMitsubishi.com.
Well, you probably heard a lot about 5G, and maybe you even went out and got your 5G, and you're like, oh, this is cool. But then it gets to be nighttime, and it doesn't seem to be as fast as you thought it was going to be. Well, you know, not all 5G is created alike, and if you don't have Xfinity, there's a chance that you are actually getting some really big 5G woes. You know, with Xfinity, you'll get 3 times more bandwidth with your 5G, supersonic speeds, and reliable connections, ones you can count on. Xfinity is going to give you the internet that works the way it's supposed to, and not everybody's got 5G the way it's supposed to be. In fact, at busier times of the day, you're going to see much slower speeds. So you want to change? Make the switch, and you can learn more about the next generation Wi-Fi from Xfinity or get started with 300 megabit per second internet for just $55 a month for 12 months with no annual contract required, with unlimited data included for 12 months. Just go xfinity.com/TMO facts. TMO facts. Call 1-800-XFINITY or just visit an Xfinity store today to learn more.
At Lowe's, every pro is an MVP to us. That's why MVP's rewards members can earn bonus points on select products from brands like DeWalt, Purdy paint applicators, and GRK screws. Then redeem your bonus points for exciting rewards like tools, grills, Lowe's gift cards, and more. Join Lowe's MVP's Pro Rewards today to start earning. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any. Subject to program terms. While supplies last. Visit Lowes.com/MVP's bonus points for details. Now through 10/28.
Now is a perfect time to get to Bedner's Farm Fresh Market, locally owned and operated with fresh, locally green produce that you've come to know and love from farm to fork. And this is the month because it's fall festival time through the end of the month with the pumpkin patch and homemade ice cream and frozen apple cider and so much more. There's tractor rides, corn mazes, even a sunflower field. That's at the Boynton Beach location. 3 area locations, Delray, Boynton, and West Palm Beach. It's Bedner's Farm Fresh Market this month for fall festival time.
AmeriHealth Caritas Florida supports moms-to-be. We're a local Medicaid health plan, and we're on a mission to support the health of our members who are pregnant and their babies. Expecting a baby? We'll pair you with a health coach at no cost to you. Our healthcare benefits put you and your family first. With us, it's about you. Learn how to enroll at www.amerihealthcaritasfl.com/enroll or call a Medicaid Choice Counselor toll-free at 1-877-713-6662. Proudly serving Indian River, Martin, Miami-Dade, Monroe, Okeechobee, Palm Beach, and St. Lucie counties. AmeriHealth Caritas Florida is a managed care plan with a Florida Medicaid contract. The benefit information provided is a brief summary, not a complete description of benefits. For more information, contact the managed care plan. Limitations, co-payments, and/or restrictions may apply. Benefits, formulary, pharmacy network, premium, and/or co-payment/coinsurance may change.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
I like to do it as early as possible.
For me, it's right after lunch.
After work, before dinner.
Oh, last time was my first time, so I just put it in the mail.
Whatever your favorite way to do it, just vote this year. Vote.org has everything you need to get it done. Visit vote.org today. Make sure you're registered and make your plan to vote early.
1 year, I voted in my pajamas.
Paid for by vote.org.
Florida is home to several one-of-a-kind species. And now, new one-of-a-kind winnings. With the Florida 300 times the cash scratch-off, featuring multiple ways to multiply your winnings and a top prize of $15 million.
Wait, what? Ah, my bad.
The Florida Lottery must be 18 or older to play. Play responsibly.
Gain presents a tale of longing and long-lasting scent. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Add Gain scent beads for an even longer lasting scent.
Daddy, are you a lawyer?
Yes, I'm an accident attorney.
What is an accident attorney?
I help people who have accidents. Hi, my name is Victor Demesman. If you or a loved one have been in an accident, call us 24/7 at 866-954-MORE. That's 866-954-6673.
Wait, Daddy, I did have an accident, and now my pants are wet. Can you help me now?
Of course, honey. Demesman and Dover Law Firm, your accidentattorneys.com. Main office, Fort Lauderdale.
Squeezed.com juices. They really do work. Cold and fresh. They bring them right to your doorstep. Squeezed.com. If you've got to fit into a smaller sized outfit or you want to feel slim for an upcoming event or wedding you're going to or whatever, Squeezed.com juices. They bring them right to your doorstep. Cold and fresh. And you can lose like 5, 6, 7 pounds quick. Squeezed.com juices. They taste great and you're going to lose the weight. Squeezed.com.
Everything, our farm, our stand, our pop-up shop, it really all started when we discovered the benefits of local, raw honey for our family.
And then we decided to turn it into a business.
We were looking for something to help us get up and running.
So we got the Chase Business Complete Banking Account.
It's more than a bank account. It comes with Quick Accept, which lets us take card payments anytime, anywhere in the U.S. using the Chase mobile app. Plus, we get same-day deposits at no extra cost. For us, it's more than honey. It's about sharing a little sweetness with the world.
Get the Chase Business Complete Banking Account with the essentials you need to help get your business going. Learn more at chase.com/business-complete-banking. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Quick Accept is not available in U.S. territories. Enrollment required. Usage subject to approval. Same-day deposits available for payments before 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Sunday to Friday. Fees and rates apply for checking and processing. Limitations and restrictions apply. Participants compensated. Merchant services provided by Payment Tech LLC and WePay Inc., subsidiaries of J.P. Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC.
Experience the Anna Jar and Levine difference.
Call 1-800-747-FREE.
From the Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach studio, get up to an EPA estimated 50 miles per gallon at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach. This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
Okay, another round of rap versus rock. What do you think is the bigger genre in American musical history? Last week, we put together different years and arguably one of the bigger rap songs versus one of the bigger rock songs from the Billboard charts. And out of the 5 examples we had, according to KVJ Nation's votes, rap won 4 out of 5. That was crazy. Will it be the same way this week? Okay, we got many different years and many different matchups here for you of rap versus rock. We're going to go back to the year 1996. And we got a Bone Thug song here, The Crossroads, going up against the Smashing Pumpkins' 1979. What do you think, Virginia?
Well, I'm going 1979.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right.
I think the bird's gonna disagree.
I love that song 1979, but I gotta go with my heart. I gotta go with boom, 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 boom.
The Bone Thugs.
Ain't nowhere to run.
Right now in the early voting, the Pumpkins have got a 60-40 lead.
Damn, Bone gets no love. I'm the only one giving Bone some love.
I don't know. I did yesterday.
Oh, you did?
You gave Bone some love?
The band or the husband?
The husband.
Okay. All right. It's a little different Bone.
I think that the thing about Bone is it wasn't as mainstream as the Pumpkins.
You guys really need to get up a little bit more versed on your Bone Thugs and Harmony. They were huge back in the day. I'm talking explosive.
Didn't know them. I didn't know them.
You ain't hard. You ain't hard.
Yeah, it was big. I'll give you that.
Crossroads was massive.
Yeah, it was. Huge song. All right, we'll see which winds up winning this time tomorrow. We're going to have all the results. You can go right now to kvjshow.com. We got the poll already up and going. All right, our next matchup here in round 2 of rap versus rock. Go to the year 2001 and a big song by Outkast called Miss Jackson going up against Linkin Park's In the End.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. Tried so hard and got so far. In the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all.
Okay. What are you thinking on that one, Bird? You going rap or rock?
Well, I lived in Lake Park, and our next door neighbor was Miss Jackson, and I would always hit balls into her yard, and I'd have to apologize, and I'd have to say, "Sorry, Miss Jackson."
Yeah, that's a song for you.
I'm going with that one.
You're going Miss Jackson. All right, Virginia, what do you think out of those two?
I agree. I love that. Sorry, Miss Jackson.
That Linkin Park, though, was massive.
It was. Right now, Miss Jackson has a slight lead, 55 to 45%. Which is the bigger song of the two. All right, our next matchup is from the year 2006. We're going with Chameleon Air's Ridin' against Panic at the Disco's I Write Sins, Not Tragedies.
They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling and trying to catch me riding dirty, 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 trying to catch me riding dirty. I chime in with the haven't you people ever heard of closing a damn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of voice and rationality. I chime in, haven't you people
Okay, Virginia, do you have thoughts on that? Which song from 2006 is better, Chameleonaire's Ridin' or Panic's I Write Sins Not Tragedies?
Those are both great.
Yeah.
Slight edge to Riding Dirty.
So are we going bigger or better?
Which one do you like better?
I like the... Okay,
it's
all
better.
right. Yeah, definitely Writing Sins is the better song. I Write Sins is better than Riding Dirty. Virginia's wrong.
Whatever.
Wrong again, Finicky.
You probably ride dirty the most out of all of us.
Whatever. You are trying. That's called deflection, Your Honor. She's trying to.
Kevin ain't my judge.
She's trying to deflect with all of the drugs that are in her purse.
Well, that one's an interesting one because we just started the voting here, and already each song has 20 votes apiece. It's 50-50.
Wow.
They're both bangers.
That is a coin flip on that one from 2006. Okay, next matchup we have here in Rap versus Rock is from 2011. Two big songs on the Billboard charts. We got LMFAO's Party Rock Anthem going up against Foster the People and Pumped Up Kicks.
Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time. All the other kids with the pumped up kicks. All the other kids with the pumped up kicks.
All right, Virginia, what do you think about those two? Which one is the better song?
Ugh, I don't like either one of them.
Yeah, they're not my cups of soda for sure.
I guess I'm going to go Pumped Up Kicks because the LMFAO is so played.
I hate that song. That makes me not want to party.
I liked it for like a week.
Yeah, give us the Pumped Up Kicks. I don't know.
Kicks.
Whatever the kids are doing.
Whatever the kids are doing.
Let's kick the kids. How about that?
Okay, right now, Party Rock Anthem has 63% of the votes.
It's so aggressive on a Monday.
It is. It's a lot. It's an extra song.
It's actually aggressive in the club.
It's the annoying girl at the club that keeps dancing and spilling her drink on you, and she's your friend, so you can't be mad at her, but damn, girl, get it together.
Okay. All right, and one more matchup here in round 2 of Rap versus Rock. We're going to the year 2016. Two big songs from each genre. We got Drake's One Dance up against 21 Pilots' Stressed Out.
That's why I need a one dance. Got it in my hand. One more time before I go. Higher powers taking a hold on me. I need a one dance. Got it
Tennessee in my hand.
One more time before I go. Higher powers taking a hold on me. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. Wish we could turn back time.
Okay, Bird, which one wins on that, rap or rock?
Give me Stressed Out, rock.
Stressed Out, Virginia.
Funny enough, that doesn't sound like a rock song, and the rap song didn't sound like a rap song.
Which one are you going with, Virginia?
Oh, Drake all day. One Dance is one of my favorite songs.
Okay, all right. No,
Why they bleeped out Hennessy? That's so lame.
I don't know, Virginia.
I mean, I agree with the witch. Well, why bleep it out Hennessy? We're trying to get turned on a Monday.
If you're going to bleep it out, I'm going to say it.
That's right. Okay, well, right now, 21 Pilots has a lead over Drake, 54% to 46%.
What?
Yep. It's got to leave, Virginia. That means
insulting.
you better go vote.
This is a good road trip game, though. You could play this game with any band on a road trip and have fun. Now, what's your favorite song between blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah? Oh,
Yeah.
I like this.
The car votes.
Yeah, the car votes. Oh, and I spy.
Punch buggy.
Okay.
We only punch in the face.
Round 1, Rap 1, 4 of the 5 matchups. I think this round might be closer, just judging by the results that we've got so far.
Yeah, we're all over the place this time.
Yeah. Okay, so coming back here tomorrow, exact same time, we're going to have the results for you here on the KVJ Show. Go vote at kvjshow.com. It's also connected on our social media. Well, you should know, if you feel like a trip to a Sandals resort, open up that WRMF app and tap that track right now.
Holding me back, gravity's holding me back. I want you to hold out the palm of your hand. say when everything gets in the way? Seems you cannot be replaced, and I'm the one who'll stay. Oh, in this world, it's just us. You know it's not the same as it was. In this world, it's just us. You know it's not the same as it was. As it was. As it was. You know it's not the same. Answer the phone. Harry, you're no good alone. Why are you sitting at home on the floor? What kind of pills are you on? Ringing the bell, and nobody's coming to help. Your daddy lives by himself. He just wants to know that you're well. Oh, in this world, it's just us. You know it's not the same as it was. In this world, it's just us. You know it's not the same as it was. As it was. As it was. You know it's not the same. Go home, get headlines, feed internet. I don't wanna talk about the way that it was. Leave America, 2 kids follow her. I don't wanna talk about us doing it first. As it was. You know it's not the same as it was. As it was. As it was.
Okay, are you annoying? This might answer it for you. There's a thread on Reddit of things annoying people say. And apparently, if you say 3 or more of any of these things, you're considered to be an annoying person. Okay, let's see how many of these things we actually do say. One of the top responses on Reddit, do you know who I am?
I mean, if you say that, you are such a douche. And how do you not know you're a douche?
That is just next level douchery.
And perhaps the person that says that doesn't care that they're a douche. Because if you are saying that, you probably don't care what people are thinking. Don't you know who I am? I'm Virginia. I do the dirt of the day twice.
I would never.
So I'm annoying. Sorry, not sorry.
It makes me want to jump through the window. I hate when they're being serious.
By the way, sorry, not sorry is also on the list.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. It should be.
Yeah. Somebody says, I need to speak to the manager. Karens, you're making the list of annoying people. That's my truth.
Okay.
These are all things, they kind of like, they make your blood boil, don't they?
It really does.
So if you're already past 3, you're an annoying person. Per my last email, so one of the ones that somebody responded to, per my last email, because you know there's a scolding coming when it says per my last email.
It's snotty.
Well, you didn't get back to them or whatever that last email was about.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't getting it done.
You didn't get back right.
Yeah.
Other annoying things, according to Reddit, that people say or write, calm down. Calm down. Don't tell me to calm down.
But sometimes there are people that need to calm down. They're holding something sharp and screaming like a maniac. Y'all need to calm down.
Mm-hmm. People will say it was just a joke.
I love that. They can say a bunch of mean crap. Kevin, you look like this, blah, blah, blah. I love you. It's just a joke.
Yeah.
I love you, though.
Why are you in such a bad mood? And that usually comes after somebody has insulted you or said a lot of things. And then when you're finally like, you know what? I don't care to hear that. Why are you in such a bad mood?
Calm down.
I'm in a bad mood because of you. No offense, but ... Which means they're about to offend you. When they say no offense, you know what's coming next. They're here to offend you, and they actually do mean to offend you.
The no offense and the Kev, I love you, but those are the two where...
Yeah. You don't even want to hear what's next.
You don't
even tell me.
I would rather have you tell me I'm the worst person and then insult my family than to do the Kev, I love you, but.
Yeah. Or the I don't mean to be rude, but no, you completely mean to be rude. Go ahead. Be rude. You can't help yourself.
It's so annoying.
Also, things that people found rude. The person who says, everything happens for a reason. People don't like to hear that, apparently.
Especially if, I don't know, maybe you just drove your car into a wall. Virginia, everything happens for a reason. Yeah, but I have to spend so much. It's going to happen for a reason.
Nobody wants to hear that if something bad, real bad just happened.
Not right away.
Offer your help or your sympathies. Don't say, everything happens for a reason.
Mm-hmm. And another annoying thing you can say, hey, we're throwing a gender reveal party. That's pretty good, yeah.
The other one that I hate is that, look, I just keep it real. I'm sorry. I just keep it 100p. Okay.
It's not my fault. I just
got to keep it real, Kevin.
Mm-hmm. You're annoying. All right, coming up here in just a couple of minutes. Do you believe in spiritual healing? Can you be healed by somebody over the phone? Apparently there's somebody associated with the KVJ show that has, or at least claims to have been. You'll hear the story next.
More KVJ next on 97.9 WRMF.
Dr. Trudy Fleer here with the 5G Home Recovery Podcast. Let's discuss a very real existential threat to internet speed. It's a big one. Ready? T-Mobile Home Internet. It lags. Ugh. Now, what is lag? Lag is a delay in data being transmitted across the internet. For example, you're hitting that hot drop, the parachute cuts out, you've got an unsuspecting bot in your sights, and lag! You were actually eliminated 10 seconds ago. Nobody deserves that. So stop letting T-Mobile Home Internet ruin everything and switch to Xfinity. Learn more at xfinity.com/TMOFax.
Get an amazing value on Xfinity Internet with unlimited data included. Switch for $55 a month for 12 months with no annual contract required and no equipment fees for 1 year. Go to xfinity.com/TMOFax, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store to learn more. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Ends 11/20/22. Restrictions apply. New fast internet and XFi Complete customers only. XFi Gateway required. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After 12 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices.
Hi, I'm Capri, and the little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe is the chicken. They actually put it on the grill, cooked it in the sauce. It's definitely a good grilled spicy sandwich.
Hey, I'm Michelle, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe is it's spicy and it's full of flavor. When you pair that with the Kale Crunch Salad, it's just good.
Order a grilled spicy deluxe sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $700 on average, and those savings add up. Imagine what you could buy in the future.
Remember how 15 years ago I switched to Progressive? Well, I used all those savings to buy that golf club that swings for you. But now everyone who plays golf is really good because, the club swings for you. In the future, which is now.
So switch to Progressive and save big because those savings can add up in the future. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National annual average insurance savings by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive in 2020. Potential savings will vary.
Hey, it's Jay Bird. I'm thinking about maybe going as a Dunkin' Donut for Halloween. That'd be kind of a cool costume. I love that. And Dunkin's got some great Halloween-y type things going on. The Blood Orange Dunkin' Refresher. Oh, frighteningly delicious. Oh, yes. Also, they've got pumpkin munchkins. They got the pumpkin donuts. It's all pumpkin up in Dunkin' right now. The pumpkin coffee, of course, as well. Hit up their website or become a DD Perks member. That's where you are going to get deals galore, my friends. The Sinickies are DD Perks member. I'm a DD Perks member. And Rocco loves that strawberry donut, so get that in your belly. I'm Jay Bird, and I run a Dunkin'.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In office, West Palm Beach.
MD Now's physician-led teams have been diagnosing illnesses and treating injuries quickly and affordably for more than 15 years. Walk into one of their state-of-the-art clinics 365 days a year, no appointment necessary. Visit mymdnow.com. Superior healthcare right now.
Music this hour.
More KVJ show right now on 97.9 WRMF.
So do you believe that you could be spiritually healed over the phone? Remember, the snack pack klepto was working on a car that apparently rolled off the jack that he had it on and landed on Klepto's chest.
It was a truck, and thank goodness it was the back of the truck, not the front, because the front is where the engine is. And if that rolls over you, it probably would have crushed him to death. He would have died under the damn truck.
Yeah, I've unfortunately heard those kind of stories where people have died.
Totally.
Because of that. Yeah, that's crazy. So even as it was, though, it was pretty heavy, and it did cram down. It was like, pushing his ribs all the way back to his spine?
Yeah, he said he couldn't take a deep breath. He was just walking around like in incredible pain.
When have you been hanging out with Klepto?
He fixes my car, so I bring it over to his house, and we just chill and hang out.
Yeah.
I'm the new leader of the snack pack, bitch.
Wow. Okay. She's moving in on your crew, Bird.
She has rapped on a few hot tracks, Kevin.
Yeah. No, she has. In fact, we got an email about that. Somebody's want to know if that was Virginia that was freelancing. Did she write the lyrics, or was the lyrics written for her? I know is a question we got.
I wrote the lyrics for Virginia.
Okay.
Unless she wants to Milli Vanilli and take credit for it.
No, I couldn't remember.
What I would do is I would rap it first in the studio, and then she would go in there and rap over it.
Gotcha.
But I gotta tell you what, she brought it. She brought that thunder.
Well, you coached me to success.
I'm the low budget P Diddy.
So, who was the person that he called, and did they do this for everybody, or did he have a personal connection with the person that supposedly spiritually healed him over the phone?
So it was his friend. It's somebody he knows, but they're not like hang out all the time. It's his friend named Justin. And so I guess he went over to the guy's house, and then the guy went off in a different room. And then Klepto was in a different room from the guy. And the guy came back in and goes, all right, you should be having some relief now. I released all the pressure from your ribs pushing onto your spine. You should be able to breathe now. And Klepto's like, he took a deep breath. He's like, oh my gosh, how did you do that? The guy says he spiritually healed him from the other room. Released all the pressure.
Do we know what he did in this other room?
No, I don't. Klepto doesn't either because he wasn't there.
He was blowing weed smoke through the vent. So he could kind of...
Yeah.
Well, if that's what weed smoke does, everybody would be smoking.
I got a family member that called a psychic, and they swear that this psychic was over the phone giving all this great advice. And then the psychic didn't even charge them. It was kind of an accident how they were talking to the psychic, and the psychic was giving amazing advice and didn't charge them. And they swear that this psychic nailed all this important information for them.
Wow.
Didn't he get charged?
Did not get charged or anything. The psychic stayed on the phone with them for so long, and they typically would charge, and they go, I'm just not going to charge you for this.
Well,
blah,
because
blah, blah.
if you're doing it for the right reasons, there is a code of ethics in the spirit world. If you're doing it for the right reasons and you're really helping people with it, your gift is stronger. And I think spirit guides give you more information. It's just how I've been told it. Now,
Okay.
if you're out there doing it for the wrong reasons and you're just trying to get rich, then spirit guide sees your intention and doesn't help you as much as somebody who's pure.
See, I've seen them on both sides. I've seen some people where I really feel like has some kind of talent with that world. And then I see a lot of other people who claim to be psychic mediums or claim to have abilities, and they're full of crap, I feel like.
Yeah.
And it's really kind of a crap shoot on who you deal with, because it's not as hard as you would think to pose as a psychic to somebody.
Sure, no, because all it is it's on faith. Anything that happens with this, with spiritual healing, you're doing it based on faith, and you have the faith that the person is going to be able to heal you. And so people prey on people's beliefs.
Well, there's also this basic throwing out just the net. So, Kevin, have you lost anybody recently in the last year or two? Yeah, I can tell. I can feel that pain. Was it someone close with you, like a family member?
That doesn't impress me as much as if there is something that physically is changed within a matter of moments when somebody says, I'm doing something, and then physically you notice a change on somebody.
You ever watch that Benny Hinn? Not Benny Hill, Benny Hinn. People have all these ailments in the church, and they walk down the person with all these ailments, and he, puts his hands on them and says something in the microphone, and then they do that shaking. And oh my gosh, Kevin, I can walk.
Yeah.
And they weren't able to walk for 3 years. Now, do you believe in that, or is that fiction?
I think it depends on a case-by-case basis, what you're looking at. And a lot of that stuff could just be something is trapped in somebody's head, and they just need something that they think to kind of break the ice mentally for them to be able to do that, and they think that they're healed, and that's all it is. It's mind over matter. And going through the process of what they think is faith healing has changed them because it's more of their mind. To me, it's the physical. That's what I think is impressive. I remember when I was a little kid, my mom, apparently we'd had a pastor and they believed that he had the gift of healing. And my mom, I was too young to even remember, used to wear platform shoes because she had one leg that was longer than the other. And she went and they had this faith healer pray for her, and apparently right there on the stage, her leg grew.
What?
And matched the other one.
Your mama's leg grew.
And she stopped wearing these platform shoes. And I was told that, as a kid, that, your mom used to wear these. And I vaguely remember that she used to have one shoe that was longer than the other, and she stopped doing that. Now, my mom believed that. Whether or not you could see that, to me, that'd be more physical. If that was the case, it'd be like, okay, when you went on the stage, your leg was this long. When you came off the stage, it was an inch or two longer than it was before. All at the time that somebody prayed over it or said that they'd healed it. To me, that would be more of like, okay, I'd be kind of impressed by that one if that really happened that way.
What does the Kevin Ralston think? In your honest opinion, heart of hearts, did your mom's leg really grow that day on that stage, or is it something that she wanted to believe?
Yeah, tell me about her gait.
But what do you think?
Like I said, I was too young. I can't
know, but
give you...
you know your mother's gait. I mean, growing up, how did your mama walk?
I was probably 3, so it wasn't anything that
right,
ever
but
stood
I mean,
out to me.
when you were 7, 8, 9, 10, your whole...
I was fine.
She never had a limp.
No, and I vaguely, as a small child, is one of my earliest memories of she did have those shoes like that. I do have a vague remembrance of she at least had that shoe. And then as she was older, I never noticed that she ever had any kind of weird walk.
But what I'm asking you is, what do you personally believe? Do you think her leg really grew that day on stage? Or, I mean, just hearing this, I know you weren't there,
sure,
but just hearing it, what do you think?
Yeah, I would say it did. Because why else would you wear a shoe? And if you had a shoe that was taller, then it would throw your walk off to the other side. All that matters is she believed that it happened. My dad said that he saw it. He believed that it happened. And so, me as a young kid who has no recollection, I'm not going to tell two people that they're full of it and they don't know what they're talking about because of what they saw and how they lived.
I'd like to hear you re-interview your dad on that. And that now that your mother has passed, what are his memories of that whole experience?
Yeah, and I'm not asking that to be a jerk. I'm asking, I want to know what you really, because you tell a story like that, I want to know what you believe. Do you think it really happened?
You're an investigative journalist. Hello.
Yeah, well, I'm into all this stuff, and healing I'm very much into too. But we're talking about making a leg grow in real time.
Yeah.
That's a over-the-top story that I would like to...
That's why I'm saying that kind of story is more impressive to me, because it'd be harder to say, okay, how did you do that exactly? Unless... for years, my mom was putting on that, one leg was, but I just don't, that doesn't seem like where she would go. So
it seems like a lot to have the shoe and everything if you were faking it.
I wish I were older so that I could really give you an older perspective on that.
I want to hear,
had memory of it.
I want to hear Dad's perspective.
And I just know sometimes when it comes to religion, sometimes people will connect the dots to make the answer work in
manipulate it.
Yeah, and I just want to see,
Yeah, so I don't know how they would have manipulated that to have that go that way. The one thing I would tell you is I know my dad, I don't ever one time in my life have known him to lie.
No, I do not. Let me get this.
And that's why
I remember in my teenage years, my dad still, that was the last time I think we probably ever talked about it. He was like, yeah, it was one of the craziest things.
No, I don't think your parents lied. I'm thinking sometimes when you want to believe something and you're in that environment, people can manipulate. I don't think I think your parents are very truthful.
I just don't
and
know
if your
how.
mama really believed it, he may have believed it to support her.
Well, I just don't know how you'd I just don't know how you'd fake that. Because again, if you had one shoe that was longer than the other, it would throw you off to the other side if both your legs were the same length. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I just don't know how you would fake that. And maybe they did. I don't know. I can just only tell you what they believe. And I think that's the way it is with any of these kind of faith healers. Yeah, there have been some crazy things growing up in the church. There were some instances like that you would see that you're like, okay, that would be hard to fake. How would they do that? And then when you knew the person, sometimes when you don't know the person, I'm like, okay, they're in on the act and there's all things there. But I had a couple times where there were people that I knew, and I'm like, they wouldn't be in on that. They weren't smart enough to do something like that.
They're not motivated by things like that.
Yeah, but I remember it did cause an issue because I remember my next door neighbor, they went to the church and their son had a finger that had been broken. It was crooked and they had it prayed on to be healed and it didn't. And somebody had told them that his faith wasn't great enough, and that's why he didn't. And they stopped going to the church. And so,
Damn.
yeah,
well, that's kind of like,
and that was messed up.
That is.
So yeah, so I didn't like that part of it. But
I have a family member where they are convinced that one of the family members was going into surgery, and they did a whole healing thing before surgery. When they went to go to surgery, the doctor came in and said, you don't need surgery anymore. The problem's not there anymore. And that was after the healing section.
Yeah.
And I'd like to go into more detail. And I've told this story before on the air, but the person got mad about it. So I can't really go. But it's a real thing.
I remember the story.
They really believe. And so did the other person that, that did happen. They had surgery. They went to go to the doctor to get the surgery.
Yeah.
And they didn't need the surgery anymore.
I've heard in my lifetime in the church, I've heard hundreds of those kind of stories where somebody had a terminal diagnosis and they were going in to take care of the cancer or to operate on it. And they're like, we have no sign, you have no cancer. And so, all those things are kind of weird. But again, it's what it is. It's faith. And a lot of times there's not an explanation. There's like, I don't know. And either you believe or you don't believe. And I've known some people that you could show them everything. Dragons could come down from the heavens after you prayed for them and breathe fire, and they would still be like, no.
And then
if you don't want to believe, you ain't going to believe.
And if you do get the power of prayer and it works, don't pray for dragons.
But then there's always the question of, too, why did the prayer and the healing work for this person and not for this other person who's just as, maybe even in worse shape, and that didn't work for them? So that's where the conflict, it works on sometimes, but it doesn't work on others. Is there favorites being played? These are the questions I get.
The universe definitely has favorites.
The question I've heard answered is that sometimes we carry a burden and we don't know why. You have something that you're dealing with and you're trying to understand, God, why would I have this? Or whomever you talk to, why is this happening to me? And you may never get that answer and you don't know why.
And I'm cool with that if I do get that answer after I'm dead. If I just die, never get an answer, and I've had this weird crap going on, what the hell is that? What kind of game is, what are we playing here?
Don't be angry.
I'm going to be. I'm Italian. I'm not angry. I'm passionate. Shut up.
Yeah, there's just a lot of things that we're
it's
all
a lot of
go to the grave
attitude
with.
for a Monday.
Yeah.
Well, but these are the questions of religion where you ask one and you get answers. Well, or the other one. Well, that's just in God's plan. Well, why is it in God's plan on that one and not in that one?
Ultimately, you're going to go to the grave with a gazillion different questions that will never be answered here on earth. And the only thing I hope is that when I do cross over to the other side, it's nothing but sitting down and be like, okay, let's explain. And you're like, cool, this is awesome.
Well, because if there's no explanation, what the hell is
What
this?
happened? What really happened with my mama's longer foot?
Yes.
Did my mom's foot grow and her leg grow?
Did you give her a little extra help on that foot?
Yeah. What's the deal, man? I don't know. Well, that's fascinating. Well, I'm just happy that Klepto's able to breathe now. Thank God. Whatever it was that caused that, was it a faith healing or not? Who knows?
I used to rule the world. Seas would rise when I gave the word. Now in the morning I sleep alone. Sweep the streets I used to own. I used to roll the dice, feel the fear in my enemy's eyes, listen to the sound of drums. People couldn't believe what I'd become. Revolutionaries wait for my head on a silver plate, just a puppet on a lonely string. Oh, who would ever want to be king? I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Mirror, mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, I know St. Peter won't call my name, never alone this word, but that was when I ruled the world.
You know, sometimes when you're on a hit show in Hollywood, they can't just fire you because you've played a character that audiences know and love and you've been around for several seasons. And your regular job, it's easy to be like, hey, you know what? You're fired, Tom. Oh, dang, okay. But if you're somebody like Charlie Sheen, it might be harder to just fire you because it's like, what are we going to do with that character he was playing? It does happen, though.
I know in soap operas, that's always the, like, oh boy, I think I'm getting that death scene. That's how they get a lot of the drama out of there. Someone's causing drama.
You never know, yeah. I remember on General Hospital, talking about soap operas, very long-running soap opera my wife loved. They had a character, his name was Jason. He was kind of a hitman. He had an accident. He was going to be a doctor until he had this accident. Then after that, he decided to be a hitman.
He was a hitman doctor?
Yeah.
Soap operas are the worst / best, man. I love it so much.
But this guy had been on the show for 20 plus years or whatever. And just during the pandemic, when they started going back, they had that whole thing where you had to get the vaccine. The COVID vaccine. And he's like, I'm not going to do it. And so they killed him off.
Damn.
All because he would not get vaccinated.
You done.
Yeah.
And those soap opera gigs are sweet, steady work for actors.
Like I said, he'd had it for, I don't know, 20 plus years, I would guess. He was on there. And he was one of the main two guys. It was he and Sonny. He was Sonny's right-hand man. Sonny's the big mob boss hitman on General Hospital. He's still on there, so he's vaccinated.
I know Sonny. Gosh, I know all these characters you're talking about.
You hope he socked his money away.
But do you think a Sonny or the guy you're talking about, are they millionaires from that gig?
Yeah, I would say they probably do. I would say that they make several $100,000 a year. And like I said, it's been consistent. And so over time, Steve Burton, I think, is the guy's real name. And he played the role of Jason there for a long time. And I guess he's been off since the pandemic. And I don't know if they'll change and if they'll ever bring him back. I assume there's probably a lot of bad blood that happened. Because if you've seen, there have been a lot of people that have been staunch against, I'm not getting the vaccine. And, you know, now that where we are, you know, they're a little headstrong and they're a little upset. I mean, you've had that in tennis and sports and other different fields where people lost jobs or opportunities because they wouldn't get the vaccine.
I know Luke was a big one in General Hospital. He died. Did they ever make Luke a zombie Luke? That would have been awesome.
I don't remember what his deal was. I think he legit just retired.
Okay.
I think if I remember, because I think I was still kind of half watching that show a little bit right at the end. And he had been one of those things where he would come on whenever he wanted. He had a great cush gig where it's like if he felt like doing it. So he would disappear. He supposedly was traveling the world.
He was probably really traveling the world.
He probably really was. And then, you know, once every 8 months, you would see Luke would come in for, 2 weeks and he'd be gone again.
That is pimp.
Yeah.
Luke would come in town to face off with the Dr. Hitman.
Something would happen, yeah, Dr. Hitman, then he'd take off again. But this has happened a lot. BuzzFeed had an interesting list of characters that were killed off because of the actor who played them. You know, Charlie Sheen in 2.5 Men, he did a whole bunch of stuff to get himself fired. He was going on the Tiger Blood thing, and then he was going up against the writer of the show.
Chuck Lorre.
Chuck
Winning.
Lorre, they were button heads. Yeah.
I don't think he won. I think Chuck Lorre won.
He did, because they did an off-screen subway accident, killing off Charlie Sheen's character, Charlie Harper. So, boom, he was gone.
Don't piss off the writer if you're an actor.
Yeah, there have been a lot of instances that happened, and I didn't realize this, but apparently that's exactly what happened with Patrick Dempsey. Why he got ridden off of Grey's Anatomy. He went at Shonda Rhimes, the creator, and they were at each other's throats. And yeah, so there goes McDreamy.
He's dead.
He's gone.
You got to be careful, man. I think these actors, they get that inflated ego.
Yeah.
And they just think that they're bigger than the brand.
It all depends on the dynamic. If you've got a major star and you've got a writer who's not such a star, the actor may win over the writer. And then
but Shonda is big.
There's the difference.
You don't fight with Shonda.
And sometimes it can be messed up for the actor. Nicolette Sheridan, she had alleged that the writer Mark Cherry had actually hit her in the head during an argument.
Desperate Housewives.
Yeah.
Yep, I remember this. She got blackballed.
She gets hit in the head and then fired. It's like, what did I do?
I don't think she's really worked since then.
No.
It's been, you haven't seen her around too much.
No.
You know the Roseanne Barr story?
Yep.
She had those tweets about former presidential advisor Valerie Jarrett.
Don't eat a bunch of pills and tweet.
Yeah.
That's the lesson, kids.
Stay off social media.
And then they wrote her off of the Connors in the most insulting way, saying that Roseanne had died by an opioid overdose.
Damn, that's what they did?
That's what they did to kill her off. Yeah. It's terrible. It's insulting on top of it.
Did that show do? Because I remember it got a lot of shine in the beginning, and then it turned political. Did it recover?
I think
the Connors
it's still on.
It is. I saw a preview for it this week.
That doesn't mean
still
anything.
on. It's also unwatchable.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think it's ever been what Roseanne was in the 90s.
No.
It's not of that caliber, but it's good enough that the investment they're paying for, it's worth it.
Because when she started doing this last round, the ratings were through the roof, and the first season was amazing, and they had all of this stuff
Came
going
back,
on.
Yeah.
You know,
she canceled herself with Twitter.
You just don't hear anything about that show, though. When's the last time you've heard something? Right now.
I was on the other night, and I was like, ugh. I actually made a point to change the channel because it was just background noise, but it was that.
It was that bad.
Yeah.
Really?
I wouldn't even tolerate it as background noise.
Just crappy storyline.
Just crappy.
Yeah.
Everything's like so woke.
And when I was a kid, I remembered a show called Valerie. Had Jason Bateman on it.
It did?
And it was starring Valerie Harper, and she wanted more money. And they said, you know what? Even though your name is on the show, you're not bigger than the show. They killed her off and renamed it Valerie's Family.
I believe they killed her ass in a house fire.
Something like that.
I think they burned her ass.
Don't piss off the writer.
Yeah.
Or don't piss off the powers that's paying that check. That once you become too much of a problem, you're like, you're not bigger than the show.
Yeah. And then there was a TV star whose radio show got him canned. On Cheers, Eddie LeBeck. He was the one that was married to Carla. He was Jay Thomas in real life, and he had a radio show. And apparently he went on his radio show and he insulted Rhea Perlman on his radio show. And
Thomas?
Jay Thomas
We
played
liked him.
Eddie LeBeck. Yeah.
Huh.
That was her husband on the show. And then they killed him off in a bizarre Zamboni accident.
That's very Cheers-like.
Yeah. Yeah, so it has definitely happened. So they don't get fired. They just got to kill off the character.
Want to watch The KVJ Show? YouTube.com. Search KVJ Show. Subscribe. The KVJ Show will be back in minutes on 97.9 WRMF.
Student debt, climate, the justice system, voting rights. There's a lot going on. Sometimes it can feel overwhelming. But voting is the way to make your voice heard on the issues that matter in our community. Be a part of the conversation. Florida voters. Election day is approaching, and Vote.org has everything you need to get ready. Visit Vote.org today to make sure you're registered and make a plan to vote early. Speak up for yourself. Speak up for your community. Vote. Paid for by Vote.org.
Nobody really likes commuting, especially when you're dealing with Miami traffic. I mean, come on, man. You know there's a better way. It is the Brightline. And with Brightline Plus, they can get you actually to your destination within 5 miles of the station. Plus, you can save a lot of money and actually get work done while you're commuting. It's a great thing. All you have to do is just go online, gobrightline.com, download their app, and look into the great fares they have. Flexible fares start as low as $10 when you book 2 days before you ride. And if you're a commuter, you can actually get one of their monthly unlimited passes for just $199. You would save yourself $200 a month going between Miami and Fort Lauderdale. It is that awesome. And Brightline has all kinds of flexible fares too. If you got a party group of people, 4 to 16, you can save 25% off on their smart fares using the code ALLABOARD. Take it to the app, go online, and make sure you check out the Brightline Plus. Brightline, the easy way to get around South Florida.
Strax is better than ever. New owners, new surgeons, new look. Visit StraxAesthetics.com to see the new Strax. Schedule your free consultation today to get the look you want. That's StraxAesthetics.com. Call 954-634-3333 now.
It's hurricane season again. Did you know most insurance companies cover your personal items such as electronics, clothing, and furniture? Questions about your claim or homeowner's policy? Call us 24/7 for a free consultation at 866-954-6673. The Messman & Dover Law Firm, your storm loss and property damage attorneys. Main office, Fort Lauderdale.
Everything, our farm, our stand, our pop-up shop, it really all started when we discovered the benefits of local, raw honey for our family.
And then we decided to turn it into a business.
We were looking for something to help us get up and running.
So we got the Chase Business Complete Banking Account.
It's more than a bank account. It comes with Quick Accept, which lets us take card payments anytime, anywhere in the U.S. using the Chase mobile app. Plus, we get same-day deposits at no extra cost. For us, it's more than honey. It's about sharing a little sweetness with the world.
Get the Chase Business Complete Banking Account with the essentials you need to help get your business going. Learn more at chase.com/business-complete-banking. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Quick Accept is not available in U.S. territories. Enrollment required. Usage subject to approval. Same-day deposits available for payments before 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Sunday to Friday. Fees and rates apply for checking and processing. Limitations and restrictions apply. Participants compensated. Merchant services provided by Payment Tech LLC and WePay Inc., subsidiaries of J.P. Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC.
Do you want to find out how to start training for an essential career in healthcare today? With classes in nursing, medical assisting, ultrasound, and other fields in healthcare, students at Southeastern College are preparing to help people lead healthier lives, now and into the future. Some of these programs can even be completed in less than a year. So if you're wondering how you could start training for a new essential career, give Southeastern College a call, 855-561-6164, or visit sec.edu today.
Wilton Simpson is a farmer who cares for family, friends, neighbors, and community. Because that's what farmers do. Now Wilton Simpson is running for Florida's Agriculture Commissioner. Because he cares, Wilton always stands up for those in need, like the CARES Center for seniors and the PACE Center for girls. That's why Wilton Simpson led the charge to reform our foster care system, so every child has a loving home and a bright future. Simpson led efforts to pass historic teacher pay raises, expand school choice, and secure billions of dollars for Everglades restoration. The causes are different. The reasons are the same. Wilton Simpson cares, because that's what farmers do. Wilton Simpson for Florida Commissioner of Agriculture.
Paid for by Wilton Simpson, Republican for Florida Commissioner of Agriculture.
Florida is home to several one-of-a-kind species. And now, new one-of-a-kind winnings. With the Florida 300 times the cash scratch-off, featuring multiple ways to multiply your winnings and a top prize of $15 million.
Wait, what? Ah, my bad.
The Florida Lottery must be 18 or older to play. Play responsibly.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
It's more of the KVJ show right now on 97.9 WRMF.
Well, here we go. Back on a Friday. This is going to be an awesome week. You've got all the big Halloween parties are going to be happening coming up this weekend. I know Bird's got one on Saturday.
Oh, it's going to be
Or pumped
popping.
about.
I think we got to get security.
No, we'll be fine. If anybody gets froggy, I'll bounce them out.
Part of security is to keep you in line.
Yeah, right. I'm talking about for you.
You can't secure this.
That's why I need security. I'm
Bring 10 guys. I'll take them all out.
I'm starting to get a little nervous, kid.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
well, my neighbor's throwing a party in conjunction to my party. And
Your neighbor is one of the founding members of the Booty Crew, and she gets down.
they like to party. They have a great backyard. They have an awesome tiki. I mean,
Yeah.
they're party people.
Okay. So you combine these two worlds. You just don't know what's going to happen, huh?
If you see lightning over my street, it's because we are going off at my party.
Okay.
And you'll probably hear it from your house, Kevin.
I can't wait.
You can hear that 9.5-foot werewolf from 7 houses down. I did the research. 7 houses, you can hear my howl.
It is impressive.
It is.
It's on our TikTok, and that thing is a beast.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so big old week of partying, getting going. So even though it's a Monday, you got good stuff ahead, including Jaybird's Thought, which is next.
I don't know what you've been told, but time is running out. No need to take it slow. I'm stepping to you toe to toe. I should be scared, honey, maybe so, but I ain't worried about it right now. Keeping dreams alive, 1999 heroes. I ain't worried about it right now. Swimming in the floods, dancing on the car below. I ain't worried about it. I don't know what you've been told, but time is running out, so spend it like it's gold. I'm living like I'm 9 zeros. Got no regrets even when I'm broke. Yeah, I'm at my best when I got something I wanna just steal. Way too busy for them problems and problems to feel. Yeah, no stressing, just obsessing with sealing the deal. I take it in and let it go, but I ain't worried about it right now. Keeping dreams alive, 1999 heroes. I ain't worried about it right now. Swimming in the floods, dancing on the car below. I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it right now. Keeping dreams alive, 1999 heroes. I ain't worried about it right now. Swimming in the floods, dancing on the car below. I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it.
After the show podcast going to be coming up here in just a matter of moments. Before we get there, though, Bird is going to wrap it all up with his thought for the day.
Don't blow it. You're setting the tone for the whole Monday.
We talked a lot about loneliness today, Kev, no?
Nope.
Not a minute.
Being alone is great. Feeling alone isn't. Being alone is great. Feeling alone isn't.
I heard it the first time. I'm like, where's the rest of it?
I just need to be alone.
It's Monday. Yeah.
Just to be alone.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.